One. Yes, we're live. I actually got it right. Good evening. From those people who have come from a planet other than Earth, we are Earthlings here, broadcasting to the universe. Yes, it's right. Talking shite. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. I'm not asleep, and the usual. Fessa's in. He's just having his evening meal. And I've got a good friend in with me. Gordon's alive. How you doing, Gordon? Sorry, John. I mean, 3 sheets. I mean, you got a Lancaster going about, mate. So yeah, we've actually got 4 viewers. So there's me and John. So that's two. There's 2 people in here that aren't saying anything.
As well. Gordon's alive.
Gordon's alive. Yes. Actually, if John grew a big beard, would you look like Gordon's alive, or would you just look like some fucking scrotus lying in the gutter going, "Can I have money for the pie?"
I don't know about, mate, will you?
Oh, well, I try not to. We've got 5 years. For anybody that's joining in and going, what in the world is going on? Yes. We're on the YouTubes. Hi. Word model makers. We glue little bits of styrene together. Apologies, I've had 1 or 2 sherries this evening. But we basically glue styrene together. And myself and Colin, Muse is in and she's waving. Hiya, Muse. First in, Muse. Oh. We glue plastic together and we have a bit of a laugh about it. If you've joined us from any other link rather than the YouTube link, click the little YouTube icon in the bottom. Is it that corner, John, or is it that corner? It's one of the corners. And you see a YouTube link. Come in, join in on the live chat because we're just having a giggle. So it's Monday morning here, isn't it, Col or John? Oh, wait now. I'm just going to present Colin because before we came on air, the magic hand from his beautiful wife Helen came through with a dish of.
Oh, Terry, look at that. Oh,
you fucking nom through that. Where's the kilties went? He tastes me with 2 kilted sausages and a big Yorkshire pudding. And can I just open the show and say, Colin,
you're a bastard.
I love you dearly as a friend, but you're a bastard. Yep.
I'll tell you something, though. That kilty in that Yorkshire pudding, Terry, was gorgeous, mate. You should have tasted it. Fucking beautiful.
I was hoping you would fucking choking it, you bastard. But yeah, it did look rather delicious.
Oh, my wife is such a lovely cook. Well,
was? Have you buried her under the patio or something? My wife was a lovely cook until I buried her under the patio. But
my wife is a lovely cook.
She is. She also has rather nice hands because every time the hands come in, it's like the door opens ajar. Cup of tea.
Sorry, mate, I couldn't answer there, Terry. I had a rather succulent mouthful of roast dinner, mate.
I hope you fucking chicken. The rather sexy hand appears from the crack of the door and gives him a cup of tea. And then count about 5 or 10 seconds, and then the magic plate of goodness comes through. And
it's all right, mate. She's gone out, so you're not going to be able to have her cook you a dinner if you creep, mate. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to have to email her to get her to send me what you had in your plate, is what you're saying.
Fucking beautiful, mate. I'll tell you what I'll do at Christmas, I'll get her to cook an extra turkey dinner and I'll have yours next to mine. And when I've had mine, I can sit and eat yours.
See, this is the thing, Colin. My mother and father have passed away, so I don't have those. I'm probably not going to get invited anywhere. So I'm going to be, now, I'm just waiting on Colin getting the smallest violin out. Right, so we've got the background music going, so just imagine. Keep it going, Colin, come on. Yeah. Background music going. Terry's on his own at Christmas. Nobody's bought him any presents. He has no presents to open. and he's sitting down to the co-op mashed potato, pre-prepared chicken breast, and 16 sausages. And that's what I had last year.
Please text donate to moviesaplank.com.
Oh, Colin, you fucking bastard. Also, please note that on tonight's Insomnia, the word bastard might be used a lot. It's a Scottish term to say, I love you, Colin, but you're actually you're a bastard.
Sorry, mate, I didn't hear my fork was rattling on my dinner plate, mate. What was
your
that?
pork crackling's fucking, yeah, I'll stick up your arse, mate. I mean, it's going to come out there anyway. Had to cycle a bloody long way for that loaf of us. Welcome to Smoo FM, where Colin teases Terry about delicious food his beautiful wife has cooked. When Terry's sitting alone in the house with no wife and another in the fridge.
Fucking gravy's lovely, mate.
Yeah, I've got nothing in the fridge. I've no bread. I can't. Anyway, good evening, guys. We're here to cheer you up. Even who have we got? And we've got Muse. Hello, Muse. Would you like a threesome between 2 sandwiches of bread? How'd you do that? Did you take the blue pill, Mr. Anderson? We also have Munchkin Muddling Man going, just a quick check-in. I'll hope to see you all later in the week. Hopefully, we're going to do random Insomnias. Munch is going, no vampire tonight. Muse ate him with some fava beans. And Muse said he had power issues earlier. Munch passed Terry. No, actually, Muse ate Vamp with some fava beans. He meant later. Yeah. So, for some reason, we've got 6 people watching us. I'm going to go into my bench where I might do some actual model making.
Good luck with that.
Colin's sitting there stuffing his face with a fucking roast dinner, the bastard. Colin is sitting there having an appetizer. And my good friend John, a.k.a. Gordon's Alive, a.k.a. Three Sheets, a.k.a. actually John Bennett. How you doing, John?
I'm all right, Terry Top.
Did you have fucking roasties and all that shit for your dinner?
Yes, I did. My son came back off his holiday today. He gave me an early Christmas present of a new tablet. And then he proceeded to cook me a nice Sunday roast with, well, roast.
Can I just say as a friend, you're also a bastard.
I've been called worse.
What did we have, John?
Roast chicken,
Oh, for fuck's
roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, peas, potato croquettes, kilted sausages, stuffing.
Oh, culties. I've heard you like a good stuffing, John, but yeah, I've not got my keys in the ashtray. But anyway, Muse is saying, don't break anything, Terry. I've got a couple of bags of crisps, Muse. It's... Yeah.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? Tonight, I'm having my desserts with cheese and biscuits while we're on the hangout.
You can take that pack of cheese and biscuits and yeah. What's me saying? Must be roast beef day. We had roasted chicken. But was it still going like? Rah! No, sorry, that's an in joke. before you broke its neck.
No, it was already pre-plucked.
What was it? Oh, there's one of those tongue twister things about the chicken plucker plucked or plucking chicken.
Yeah.
I can't.
Sorry, your bird died, by the way, Muse. I hope you're okay, darling.
We joke about a certain parrot, but Muse had a lovely parrot. And another lady we know had a parrot who just went, well, sorry to hear about your... It's like cats and dogs and that. I do feel sorry for people that grow attached to their pets, and so...
No one likes losing their pets, mate. So.
There's much love coming from Smoo and Festa and John.
Uh,
Don't take it as like we're being like taking the piss. Honestly,
Look at this innocent-looking face.
yeah. Just don't watch them eating a cutlet sausage inside a Yorkshire pudding because it's like that's not allowed. Musa's saying it's crap. Yeah, but I'm fine. Call nothing anyway.
Yeah, it's a shame, darling. Are you going to get another one, or is it too soon?
Yeah, it's like I grew up with dogs. We had Labradors and Heinz 57s, and you know what I mean. And my dad was a little bit cruel. He turned around and said, "If the first set of pups was fine, second set of pups, he was going to dunk them in the bucket of water." And I was like, I was only like 6 or 7 at the time. But yeah, dogs. I know my brother suffers from similar mental health issues to myself. And he said, you can go out for a pint, everybody treats you like shite in the pub. So you go to the chippy and you get yourself a bag of chips and a kebab, and you go home and the dog's like, hey, oh, happy to see you. Dogs pets don't judge you. And it's just, you know, I've had...
Yeah, I never replaced my bulldog when it died because it was, you know, like Muse says, you spend a long time looking for the right one, and yeah, you know.
Yeah, my mum had it was kind of gifted to her from a friend. She had a wee Welsh corgi, and it's quite interesting. Certain breeds. We're talking about dogs. I don't know a lot about parrots, but we're talking about dogs. She had a Welsh corgi, and interestingly enough, corgis, although they're a wee short and stout and that, it used to guard my mum's handbag. So if anybody went near her handbag, it was like, "Rrr." And you got really close to it, fucking sunk its teeth in. My mum went through so many handbags. And then one day we noticed it was walking backwards. And it was like, it's just one of those things. But yeah. But yeah, although I don't like the squawking of parrots when we're on a live show, I do actually like parrots. And your one was beautiful. Is it a white one, Muse? Yeah, white.
McCall, wasn't it?
McCall.
yeah.
It might take you a little time in your heart to sort of go, oh shit, I've lost one. Myself, personally, if you've had a dog and you've lost one, actually the best thing is to pick another one up and learn to love a new one. But different people are...
Yeah, it
can be difficult, like I say, especially if you've had a pet that you've really had that bond with, you know, and it's difficult.
Musa saying white with yellow top feathers. I know not the macaw, it was a cockatoo.
Oh, right.
Now, I know you're kind of mourning, but I'm trying to lighten it up. I've heard you like a cockatoo, but I'm not going to say that, Musa.
Terry.
She'll understand. I mean, at the end of the day...
Well, John, that's what, 12 minutes we've done?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's sad you've lost your pet, and we do sympathise, but I know you like a cockatoo. I'm just trying to make it light with the situation.
You've lowered the tone already, Terry.
Oh, what's she going? Yeah, you ask. Yeah, I've just seen you loading the 12-bore shotgun with not just buckshot, the fucking actual big pellet that you use for shooting deer.
Yeah.
You're going, which smooth ass? Yeah.
Yeah, Moose. He just made the right cock of himself, hasn't he, Moose?
I see what you did there, but yeah. Honestly, Moose, right, moving on. Obviously, yeah, experience the loss. Are you still at the bench, or is it kind of sort of deflated you a bit? Are you still doing the war hamsters, or it? Could we actually get you building our German friend who's quite near Belgium, or is it a Belgian friend that's quite near Germany? Could we actually see Muse building something like a Panzer Aus 4 with Zimmerit und Kugelschreiben or some? Or see, this is the thing. Muse has been painting lots of nice Warhammer stuff. What did you do before, and what is your preferred sort of trying a distraction technique? What's your preferred sort of modelling stuff? Is it Warhammer stuff? And for other people that have joined in, they've just seen the whole, I know Munchkin's in, the whole scale of Moose. Unfortunately, Moose lost one of our beloved pets, but don't be afraid to come and chat and go, hello, my name is Bob, and I've drunk a bottle of vodka, and I like fish.
You drunk it today. I thought he had it intravenously.
Moose is saying that she likes the ghostly stuff, not the military-looking stuff in Warhammer. So you're more on the sort of fantasy side of modelling, like figurines and stuff, because I know Colin likes a lot of figurines. More into fantasy rather than realism. She's got a pile of cars and a few trucks, some random other kits, but she doesn't really have a preference.
Yeah, she'll build anything.
Yeah. Whatever takes a fancy.
So we're kind of be going to doing at the bench and just fiddling about. So if anybody wants to interact whilst we're fiddling about at the bench, feel free. 7 viewers, so that's me, Colin, and John. So we've got 4 viewers in here. Again, don't be scared to type something into the chat. Random. If you actually have a model making related question, Colin and I are quite lucky this evening that John.
Because we got John in.
John knows quite a lot about Dunklegelb and like, yeah, Dunklegelb and Lancasters and shit. Colin.
Yeah.
Have you finished that lovely plate of food that you had?
Yeah.
You're a bastard.
He's just about to take his plate into the kitchen.
Misa's saying she doesn't have a preference. It's just sort of whatever she sees that she likes. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. It's like, I've got a stash here. I'm buying nothing else. And all of a sudden, oh, squirrel. And you end up with a kit. And I ended up with a 132nd Stuka. So, you know, that's kind of the way it goes.
Is that where you got the pick from, Terry?
Oh, you're a bad man. Muse saying, yes, we have someone who's... what are you trying to say, Muse? And yeah, she's going, Colin's taking it away, going away to take the plate away. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bury my head in the sand. I'm going to open a rather lovely packet of, this is my meal for this evening. Pickled onion golden wonder crisps.
Wibble.
After I've eaten my lovely packet of golden wonder crisps, I'm going to just sit and sand my model like a sad man in a small
It's
room.
going to be the worst sanding job you've ever seen on a kit then, isn't it, eh?
What are you trying to say? Moose is trying to say I'm toasted. I didn't think it was that apparent.
The corner frame is 4 sheets.
What's that, John?
The corner phrase, your 4 sheets.
4 sheets.
But you're 3 sheets. Yeah. So it appears, although we've got like 8 viewers, only Moose is brave enough to type into the chat. And of course, if I scroll up really, really far, we've got Munchkin Modelling Man in. And
oh, good man.
That's about it. What's me saying? Like a freaking match there. What are you trying to say, my darling? You trying to say that I'm somehow unaware of my situation and background?
Have you got your seatbelt on, Terry?
I might have. I like cake. I'm going to have a bag of crisps and I'll let John take over for a bit.
What, take the piss out of Terry night?
So, John, what have you been working on apart from fucking Colin's Yorkshire puddings and pork and...
Well, I've been doing some more on that.
Nice.
What's that, John? Is that a tank?
It's the CB11 radar I've been working on. I've done a little bit more on it today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on that at the moment.
Oh.
Right, here's a question.
But that's now.
A Porsche turret.
Strange you should say that. I can actually show you the difference.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
All right.
I'll try and get you full time while I'm eating crisps, like, but aye.
Again, you see that lit there.
Oh, I like a big lip. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That is a Porsche turret compared to a normal one. That's a Porsche turret with Zimmerit, and that's a Henschel turret.
The only thing I can see on the Porsche turret is the Porsche turret, the cupola is kind of carved into the outside, whereas the other one isn't.
Yeah, that's how you tell the difference.
Is that it?
Yeah. Basically look very similar from the back. And the gun mantlet on the front is squarer on the Henschel turret than it is on the Porsche turret. It's rounded.
So does the Porsche turret attack go faster than the Henkel one?
They were both slow.
Okay.
That was the lid coming off the box, not my arse, by the way. Just thought I'd clarify that was not a Hufflepuff.
All right, Harry Potter. I'm just saying, now I need a snack, you and your damn chips. Fucking Colin had a roast dinner. I've got a packet of pickles and crisps.
Oh, Colin had a roast dinner.
Hey, fucking tart. What's up with you?
Oh, no, very had a roast dinner.
What are you working on, Colin? Apart from other things.
Clue was in the big box that said CBR 1100, Terry.
Oh.
Duh. You know. Yeah. Hey,
Whoa.
taxi for Terry. Taxi for Terry.
Blackbird.
Yeah, I thought I would make a start. Been that part one of the build was my really successful application video. I thought I might as well finish the kit now.
Oh, I had a rather strange parcel appear today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what the fuck's that? I don't mean. Wait a minute, John. What? A Kwakasaki KZ one. It's not got tassels on the bars, mate.
I could put some on for you if you wanted to.
It has many chrome parts. Who makes that?
It's a really old Revel kit.
Hmm.
And
Is that a set of thou engine detuned for the chopper?
yeah.
Ba, 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 da, ba.
Half the sprues are in chrome.
Oh, bleach.
Yeah, and it's all getting stripped. Of course, it is shocking.
Yeah, I put a new thing up in the dungeon and that Muse. It's been extended to the end of May, love. So, but yeah, so there's going to be ample time for you to get involved. So decide what you want to do, mate.
Yeah, it gives people 6 months, and if they're going to do fancy electricity, they can do that, or a standard build, or get a hold of the kit that they want to do.
Oh, cut me. Now that was a lady puff.
I never heard it, mate. I was crunching my crisps.
Oh, you was eating crisps, was you, Terry? See, I'm not eating crisps yet. It's too soon after those really nice kilties, mate, you know?
Although, however, I can't remember where I put them back in a second.
Have you got some nice cheese to go with your biscuits, Colin?
I don't eat cheese, mate.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it's one of the things that gives me a allergic reaction, mate.
Yeah.
Never understood why, but it does for some reason. I've always looked at a pizza and really fancied one, you know. But...
Yeah, well, a lot of the pizza places now do cheese-free pizzas.
Yeah.
found it. Apart from, I've managed to procure a bag of cheesy Wotsits. I have found not one, but 2 packs of Chelsea Whoppers. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it, you fucking Yorkshire pudding, kilted sausage eating bastard.
You got any of that vodka left?
Well, I'm no better.
Of course you're not.
Actually, Colin, I think the bottom's quite thick on this bottle because it doesn't seem.
Was that a new bottle tonight?
People wonder why I'm teetotal.
What's Bruce saying? Vampy's gifts are on their way, and I don't know everything in the box, and I would die without cheese.
Oh, good girl.
It's quite handy that men tend to generate cheese on a regular basis. I'm going to eat my Wotsits.
Who only make your Wotsits, Terry?
Isn't it Vampy that's after a Mirage in South African markings?
I think so.
Yeah.
What was that, John? Sorry about South Africa.
I think it's Vampy that was on about the other night in the live show chat about a Mirage in 48 scale with South African markings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on some South African markings for it.
Oh, but you said you had the 1/72 scale.
Yeah, I've got the old Airfix 1/72 scale one in the loft, but he wanted a 48 scale one.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can locate the stuff, I'll have to send it over to him. Because if Moose is sending him kits, I should be able to send him the Mirage.
See, the thing is, what Vamp's finding while being in South Africa, and I found it a lot when I was exporting on my business, is you'll select the customer and it'll come up with a flag list of countries that you're not going to guarantee shipping to. And South Africa was one. But Muse is sending stuff to America and he seems to be getting it. So,
well, this is it. If I can get the, because I know some time ago somebody used to actually do South African Air Force decals for various aircraft. And it's an oldish sheet. It's about 10 years old, but they did have a Mirage F1 on the sheet in 48 scale. And if I can locate one, I'll stick it in the box and I'll send him the kit.
Muse is saying just make sure it's packed really well and plenty heavy, because you kind of just sort of go, well, there's your parcel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing over here. If we send something from over here and it's heavy, you really pay through the nose of the postage. Because over here it goes on weight and size.
What I actually think is Moose is cutting off body parts and sending them so she can join them across there. I think I'm onto something here. And customs are oblivious.
Yeah.
She's going to try and post herself over, isn't she?
Yeah. She needs to come by Scotland first. See, the thing is, Muse, from Britain to America, we have quite high postal charges and import taxes. So if we were to go to America to you, and then you would be cheaper sending just direct. It's not so much a trade war, but it's very expensive.
Tariffs, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, very expensive for us to get a £10 sheet of decals to UK without getting charged an extra 20 quid. And it's same the other way, and it's that guy with the big fucking rug on his head, Mr. Trump, that's the problem. Oh, Frankie's in. Hello, Frankie. I don't have a big cigar, but I do have a packet of cigarettes there, mate. You like the Cubans, don't you? Mm.
Hi, Frankie. Nice chatting to you the other night, mate.
Christ, John, I thought you were a bit of a fanboy there. You were like, oh shit, oh.
Oh, he was. I was in chat with him the other night on his show.
I went in one night and went, hello, Frankie. He just sat there with his car going, now then. and then I went to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. What's me saying? It can be, but he may not even get it if sent on its own. So you try to say we've got to bulletproof it. I will be finished with a bag of crisps soon. Frankie, apologies. You're tuning in on what is a sort of... Terry's had a few drinks. Colin's building something. And John's going, what the fuck is Terry doing? Insomnia edition. If you have a webcam, which I do know you do have, Frankie, and you have access to Facebook, and I think you're on the dungeon, click on either my name or Colin's name or Gordon Bennett, he calls himself. Send a private message. I'll send you a link and you can sit there with your big cigar on. Hello, folks. Misha's saying, Frankie's going, looks to be a great show tonight, fellas. My honour for being on my hangout. You're welcome to join ours. I don't know if you've been in a hangout with more than one person, but Frankie, by all means, ping me or Colin or John and come in, mate. Get your webcam on and we'll do a... Right? You ping me a message, mate. You can come in. We won't interrogate you too much, but I tell you what, that ship you did is fucking 1 year older than me. And I'm just curious as to kind of what sort of stash you've got and how you got into modelling. And Misa's saying lightweight packages seem to vanish. I don't know. It's a whole sort of South Africa. I mean, nothing derogatory, but there's a lot of shit going on in theft and yeah.
Shame's a beautiful country.
Yes, with Frankie. 2 crisps to finish. I can ping you a link to you can either grab me or myself and Colin on Facebook, or I can ping it up. My email. Send me a message on there, Frankie, and then I can send you a Google Hangouts link, and you can join us. I mean, we're just sitting chilling. I'm working currently on an airplane build. I know we're all having a laugh and all that. I'm working on an airplane build. What are you working on just now, Colin?
I'm drilling out brake discs, mate. CBR Blackbird.
So he's working on a Blackbird and some brake discs. And what is John working on?
King Tiger Porsche turret with Zimmerit.
So we're all just sort of chilling and having a giggle, and we thought we would go live. But by all means, Frankie, if you would like to join us, I'll just put my email up just now and monitor and see if you ping me. Join us, mate. I know you've got a camera. What's me saying? I did even pay half the post to get it to me, and it could go in the first box next year. You two guys are in love. I mean, Muse, to get stuff posted to you and you're having to reship out to South Africa, you must be in love. Because otherwise it'd be like, fuck off, you bastard. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of extra costs and stuff incurred. Oh, Frankie's on it. We've currently got 9 viewers. Goodness knows who they are. Apologies because I have been drinking the demon drinks tonight, but I am going to be fettling with my model kit. And we're going to be kind of at the bench. Colin's fettling, John's fettling. Hopefully Frankie comes in. We can see what a proper old school modeler's been up to. Be interesting to chat with the guy. I've only recently come across Frankie.
Well, Moose, I've managed to track down some South African records for a Mirage F1.
Have you got the chat up on your computer, have you, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just...
No, that's all right, mate. I was just checking that you'd managed to get it.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Sam, got it up okay.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on Frankie sending me either a PM through Facebook or the Gmail that I put up. But yeah, I mean, myself, Colin, and John were just sitting shooting the breeze. And people that are regular followers might notice that myself and Colin don't sleep very well. John's actually staying up late to sort of keep us company.
Poor John.
It's just nice when people tune in, and it's not. Although we like modelling, it doesn't have to be a model making sort of topic. We just like general chatter. So if you're in the chat and you're sort of like, oh, I don't know what to say, hello's a good start. And tell us what you're building, what your preferred genre is. Do you like armor or aircraft or whatever? Muse is saying that she didn't actually catch what you said there, John. You went a wee bit noisy.
Right. I've managed to find some Mirage F1 decals. In other words, South Africa.
The plane that he wants to build, yeah.
Yeah, I've managed to find some decals for the aircraft he's after and a Mirage.
And the South African that he wants to do.
Yeah.
So, Muse, the best thing to do is, John, are you on chat?
I'm in chat, yeah.
Right. If you type in, obviously, because you can click on the GB's model zone, do you have a dedicated email address that...
No, not for me YouTubes, no. So what you'd have to do is send his address to either you or Colin.
But you've got Facebook, yeah? So they could PM you on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another option. And just say, John, how do I get a hold of...
Yeah. Oh, if she follows me on my Facebook, it's Gordon Bennett, and it's got a picture of my bike.
This is where a lot of people get confused, John.
Well, Gordon's my nickname.
Yeah, you have Gordon Bennett, but in the UK, Gordon Bennett's like, oh, Gordon Bennett, something's went wrong, but your name is John Bennett.
Yeah, yeah. But my Facebook, it's down as Gordon Bennett. It's got a picture of my bike on it.
Oh, good. Frankie has PM'd me. Give me a second, guys. I'll be with you in a wee second there. See if I can get this to work.
So if Moose finds me on Facebook and links me to Messenger, I can talk to her direct.
Oh, Musipus. Oh, Musipus.
Hopefully, if the power of email works, we will have a rather... This is the thing. It's not about blowing smoke up folks' arses. I mean, I'd never heard of Frankie Day. But he's building kits that are pre when I even started sticking plastic together. And he's got the total sort of old school way of approaching stuff. Whereas Vincent, a modern, near Germany, Belgian guy, would go, oh, get a neighbour barrel and fucking through tracks and fucking Edward thingy. Frankie would turn around and say, well, I'll take a block of wood, a saw, some solder wire.
Oh, he's got my vote straight away if he's taken a saw to it.
You know, do you know what I'm on about? Frankie's old school. And I think the problem is that the old school... I mean, Frankie does paper models. I've never done anything like that before. Paper models, it's like, right, okay. And he posts stuff up on the dungeon and that. But he's old school. He's got, right, I want to build a Bismarck. And at the time when Frankie was building, there wasn't a Bismarck. So he takes a piece of wood and sort of takes a knife or saws or whatever he does and sort of skittles out the hull. And he goes, right, I've got to build all the decks. So he does it out of paper and card. And then he'll do all the rigging and stuff and like wee bits of wood or balsa or something like that. And then he's got to go, right, I've got to replicate this. I'll use solder wire. Nowadays, people will go, I'll order Edward or fucking...
Or I'll get some Easy Line.
I'm hoping that he manages to come on the link because it'd be interesting to see where he got into the whole sort of modelling thing.
Oh, this is it. It's like that whaler is building at the minute, isn't it? That came out in 1966.
Well, that's a year before I was born, John.
That's 3 years after I was born.
You were born, mate? Really?
Yeah, I wasn't hatched, apparently.
You were created. Yeah, okay.
But that kit was 1966, and it's really basic. But he's gone old school with some modern techniques, and he's made a cracking job of it.
You can appreciate it. Have you seen any of his paper builds? I've never built a paper aircraft. I think it's a bit like origami gone wild.
I've been subbed to Frankie's channel now for about 3.5 years now.
Oh, all right.
And I've seen some of his stuff because I watched him do his Lancaster.
Can I be totally honest? I'd never heard of Frankie Day till I came in one night in the chat. Hello, guys.
Yeah. I've watched quite a few of his videos.
Mm-hmm. Missy saying in 66, you wasn't even thought of yet. You weren't even a glint in your daddy's eye, darling, eh? Ka-ding! What's me saying? Just message me on Facebook, then say who it is because I'll forget. So that's John. Yeah.
Yeah, let me get it all organised and get it all together and I'll be in touch. It might be not until the new year, though.
But at least at the end of the day, you can sort of talk through planning and
Well, the thing is, it's like he was when we was chatting to him the other day. It's a kit he's always wanted to do.
Was that on the Saturday Night Live show that Vamp was talking about that particular kit?
Yeah. And it was on about wanting to build a South African Mirage. I thought, oh, right, yeah. That's why I asked him in the Saturday night show, was it 72nd scale or 48 scale he was after?
I didn't realise that, pardon my ignorance, that South Africa had a big military presence. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but yeah.
Yeah, they operated the Avro Shackleton as well, and the Hawker Siddeley Buccaneer.
What the hell? Right, okay.
Of course, I've got a set of South African markings for a Buccaneer upstairs.
Bloody hell, yeah. Music's saying it wouldn't be a surprise if he sees this. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, Muse, a wee private conversation between John and yourself to try and arrange something, because John has got quite a few contacts in the modelling sort of fraternity and kind of knows how to get stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we won't discuss that any further to spoil any presents or stuff, but yeah, get in touch with John and unless you say you're going to whip him with a big banana. Colin, did I just do the 6 degrees? Right, I've eaten my crisps. I'm going to go into bench mode. I am still watching what you guys are up to. There we go. So on my bench this evening, I have a model kit that I won for the top of the box. I won it from E-Models. Now, the last time... Oops, I've knocked things over. The last time I built an aircraft was over 30 years ago. And I like the propeller planes. And this is a jet. Made a Czechoslovakian company, and it's an Su-25K, which is a Russian plane. The knowledge I have on this kit, I've kind of gleaned for John. It is a Russian version of the Is it the A-10 bomber?
Yeah, it's the Russian equivalent to the A-10. Got a titanium bathtub.
So basically, it's a powerful jet that carries quite a lot of armaments for sort of ground
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I'll say about the kit so far is I'm trying to light it up and stuff, but I haven't come across a kit. This kit has got a little nodule there on the nose cone and one on the tail so that you can locate it when you're gluing it together. That's the only part of the kit that has locating tabs. The rest is all guesswork. I've never done a kit like it, so it's a learning thing for me. So I've got as far as sort of sanding everything off. I've kind of undercoated the cockpit, which is the first thing you would normally do, and then spray a sort of interior colour in there and put that in. But because I'm trying to light it up, I'm kind of going from reverse. So I've got a wing. I've put a little sort of landing light in that I had to scratch build. Colin helped me figure out how to do that. And I've got the wee red nav light. But the thing is, I've got that, and then there's like engine pods that go between that and the body. So I've got to do that, then build up the engine pods, pass the wires over, and then I'll stick that onto one side of the body. And then I've got to do the same on the other side, and then I've got the whole wing engine and that to stick them together. So it's a bit of an unusual, I don't know if Colin can maybe describe. And then I've got the whole wing engine and that to stick them. Oh, John, you've got extra audio going on. Can you mute that, mate?
That's right, I do.
Yeah, you didn't want that coming in when we're on the live, mate, in case we get cut off. It's a bit of an unusual build order, and it's not something I've done before. Colin could possibly relate when he did his like London bus. A London bus is a straightforward build. You build the bottom deck, top deck, blah blah blah. But Colin wanted to put lighting into it, so he had to think about where he was putting the lighting in and what stage to build what bits of the kit. I mean, Colin, can you relate to how you would change a build if you're putting lights in?
Oh, blimey. Well, first thing to do is go through your instructions and look where you're going to be routing the wires. You know, if you're like the bus where it was top deck and bottom deck, you had to figure out where the lights were going to sit. Would you have clearance for the back of the bulbs? Where you're going to run the wires? That sort of thing. And then I'd make notes in the instructions, you know, cut this bit out, make a false ceiling, you know, little wiring trunks. And then I would look at building something in the bus that looked like it was intended to be there if I had to conceal wires. And I only had one light that was a problem. And all I did is one of the figures that I stuck in there, I had them holding a parcel. And inside the parcel was the wiring and the back pins for the LED that was coming out the other side.
What we're finding quite interesting now, Colin, is all these little, what they call nano LEDs. Or yeah. If you were doing that kit again with the little nanos that we've got now, with both, you can do a lot neater jobs in smaller spaces and stuff. Rather than
I would still have to put false ceilings in and things like that to hide the wires because the kit didn't come with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you drilled holes in the roof, the bulbs would be sticking out, or the back of the bulbs would be sticking out the roof on the outside.
That's right. Yeah.
Still have to put in a false ceiling to conceal it. It would have made routing the cables a lot easier, but you know, the time you put resistors and things like that in, you've still taken up a space. All right. You know, I'd probably put the resistors on their own little board and just run the wires through and that.
Yeah. But you learn that. You sort of do.
Yeah, I mean, it's all stuff I knew anyway. But at the end of the day, I built the bus with the equipment I had at the time.
And that's
You know,
what sparked my interest. Yeah. It was
Yeah, I was recovering from yet another major operation when I done the bus. So I didn't have the luxury of going out and buying and all that. It's like, right, I've got a box of LED bulbs of this size. I've got that amount of network cable wiring, and I'm going to light this bad boy as I build it. And that was it.
You've just mentioned a really interesting thing. A lot of people, like, they'll buy an LED, they'll buy a battery, they'll buy the resistor, and they'll go, right, what wiring will I use? And I'll be quite honest, I spent a bit of money and got this stuff. And it's called wire wrapping wire, and it's a bit like what they would call, is it, what's the stuff that's the copper with the lacquer on, Colin?
Magnet wire.
Yeah.
Magnet wire.
Yeah.
Right, you spend a lot of money on that. But if you're on a budget, and it was Colin that put me onto it, you take a Cat 5 cable and you strip it down. There's 6 wires inside it, and they're quite small. They've only got like 1 millimeters diameter, and you get 6 wires, and it's like, it's a really cheap way of getting wire.
Yeah, you can use that. You can use telephone wire.
Yeah.
Right, now telephone wire single core, but it's a similar diameter of that rubber.
Yeah. You know, I mean, the only reason I use Cat 5 is I've got a huge big black box full of it, about 300 meters of it. So it's like,
right.
Yeah.
Note to self, Colin, can I have 100 meters of Cat 5?
Yeah, you know, there you go. I mean, I networked my house, so it's literally, you know, I've got the box of network wire.
That's something I would actually like to do. I mean, the way my house is set out, I'm on an upper floor of like what we call a 4 block. And my broadband router sits in the living room, and where I'm in my man cave is at the other side of the house. I can get access to the floorboards and run cables underneath. I would love to run LAN cables to each.
Yeah, every room I decorated when I first moved in the house, the first thing I did is I installed a switch, which is in the corner here. And from that, up the main ducting that's got the main sewage pipe that goes from the upstairs loos and out the building, I put a trunk in and fed all the network cables up there as a big spider.
Oh, clever man.
And then every time I decorated a room, I would go in and I'd pull a lead out from the spider, run it into the room, whack it into the network box, number it up, plug it in the switch. There you go. There's room 1, 2, 3, etc.
I would
one in the lounge, one in the kitchen, one in the manway cave, and I've got a network box sat just there. And I've got a phone line network and cable TV that come through it.
I love that. We've got a young man from down under called Mr. Johnny Blythe. Afternoon, chaps.
Hello, mate.
There he is.
All right.
Just home from work at 1:55 p.m. Time to relax. Can I just ask you, Johnny, did your wife like our happy birthday?
Yeah,
did
Deb
have a
enjoy
nice meal? Nice to see Johnny in.
Yeah, it was Deb, wasn't it?
Deb's. Yeah, yeah. It's nice to see Johnny in. Thank you for taking in. We've got 9 viewers in the chat and only about 1, 2, 3, and 9 viewers in and 3 in the chat. Don't be scared to type hello. We won't bite your head off. We're all going to be kind of just doing stuff at the bench. I have some painting to do now, actually.
Yeah, Muse is very similar to me. She's wired every place she's lived in. Yeah, it makes life a lot easier. I mean, yeah, I know you got Wi-Fi, but
Cat 5's better, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes you just can't beat a network cable.
I'm going to try a new paint out.
Oh, she's saying, our poor ears, bless her. What are you trying to say? Do I need to sing to you again? Oh, musical. Happy birthday to our musipoos. We love our little musicals.
Until she gets her whip out and we all run like fuck. Sorry. I got sent some nice paints on my birthday from Colin and Vince and all the rest of it. They're Mr. Hobby Buffalo paints called Mr. Metal Colour. Now I've got one here, it's chrome silver. One it's iron. One it's stainless. And one it's called dark iron. Now, what I'm thinking about here is on this plane, you might notice these wee, put two of these together, you get a. But inside there are sort of like the jet impellers and expellers. Is that the right words?
Turbine blades.
Turbine blades. Now, I want them to be metallic, and I want the exhaust side to be metallic but kind of blued. And I was just kind of wondering if any of these paints that I could paint on and buff up would be good for that. John?
I'd go for a lightish aluminium.
I've got four colours here. I've got chrome silver, iron, stainless, and dark iron.
I'd go for the stainless steel and dark iron.
Right, so two colours. So do it in the stainless, buff it up, and the dark iron would be the bits that were heated up and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the stainless for the turbine blades at the front and the dark iron for the exhaust.
Right, I'm going to go with that then. So I'm going to give that a wee experiment because I haven't used these yet since I got them for my birthday. So I've got two impellers, two expellers, or whatever you call them, and that's just another thing I asked John. On the plane itself, it's got like a what you would call the sort of engine pod.
Yeah.
And you would join the two parts that would have the impeller and other bit out the back.
Yeah.
And these slip inside this.
Yeah.
To give you the sort of the jet engine.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious about the intake side of it. What would you see?
You don't exactly see a lot, but I'd glue the two tubes together once you've painted them, slide them in from the front, and just run some extra thin around the front edge.
No, I'm not worried about the gluing side. I'm on about the painting side.
What, the interior colours?
Yeah, because the way the plane works is the bottom half of it is kind of a light blue, sort of a third of the way up. And then on this North Korean one that I'm doing, it's like a light grey and a dark grey. But what would be inside the hole where the jet engine is? So the bottom half, you always get overspray of the light blue.
Yeah, you get so much of the bottom part of the intake would be the lower colour of the aircraft, and the top part would be the top part of the aircraft colour.
So basically, paint these up in the metallics.
Yeah.
Glue them together.
Yeah.
Stick them in. Stick a bit of sponge down, and just let the overspray do the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that. Johnny's saying she did, mate. Deb's thought it was sweet, so there must be something wrong with my audio. But definitely out to lots of food and drink. Cheers. Good to hear you had a good day out and she had a wee giggle at our expense.
Nothing wrong with that singing, mate.
Do you know what? I think we need to do a head to head. The Smoo and Festa choir versus Paul and the ISM choir. Paul, if you're listening.
Yeah, I can stand all bit up for that, actually.
Paul, your Happy Birthday crew sing really out of tune. But I think we should do a head-to-head. Just a giggle. But we've also got to bear in mind, if we're doing it on YouTube, we can't do like sort of current tunes and stuff because...
copyright
and all that shit. But yeah, it'd be funny to sort of do, right? We're gonna do you know, headphones, be and all that, and then they do But just a giggle. It's all about
We'll
making.
do a chorus each and just mash it all together on Premiere and whack it on our channels.
It's all about having a laugh. I mean, we're all sticking plastic together, and it's just like, you know, Paul claims his choir's better than ours, and I think we should have a head-to-head.
Let's do a Band-Aid record, don't we? It's Christmas time.
Yeah, supporting all the flip-flop people. Yeah. Sorry.
Just imagine Paul doing the Boy George bit, couldn't you? It's Christmas time.
Oh, do you think we could do a collaborative Christmas #1?
Yeah, it'd be brilliant, mate. I'd buy it, wouldn't you?
Paul gives it feed and
Johnny
Smoo goes belly let.
I've still got Simon Cowell's mobile number.
No, but I've got Spielberg, so.
Yeah.
Actually, Macy's going, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
But
Modelers have talent. Modelers have
he's got a
talent.
name for it. Modelers have talent. So, Mr. Bretland, if you happen to not be sleeping tonight, we're challenging you to a sing-off. Yeah.
We'll do a YouTube video for the Modelers channels, mate, and whack it on our groups.
Oh, that would be funny.
I think people would pay good money.
I tell you what, Paul's got a good fucking choir there because it's like,
I
happy
can-
birthday to you.
Mate, I can do the opening credits, can't I?
Yeah.
The old lion roar.
Yeah. Rawr, rawr, MGM, sponsored by Festa, the big lion. Actually, I've heard Festa has a rather large exuberance. It's about 18 inches. Now he's got his big chair. Colin.
Hey, don't go
Elaborate.
knocking my hydraulic ram, Terry.
Oh, you've got a big hydraulic ram, mate. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Muse. Just going, no. Just, no, Terry. The idea alone is causing my stomach to hurt. And Johnny's going, I think people will pay good money not to see it, Festa.
But it's the thing is, you would have Muse driving to work, and it would be welcome to WKZ2 FM, and from the modelers in the UK, here's this year's Christmas #1. Eddie Hall. I get back to the bounce of life.
Mrs. going, the best part would be calling the lion bit. The rest of the shite.
Hey, we could do the theme of the Lion King, couldn't we? With me sitting there going, fuck off.
I'm trying to watch my tongue because, yeah, I'm thinking of the lion thing, but the next word, yeah. Moving on. Misha's going, screw you both, LOL, with a rusty spork. Darling, if you're still using a spork, yeah.
Good
Do you know
girl.
what? It's really funny. I don't do dishes, but I rewash my plastic knives, forks, and spoons.
I know, you're such a bad boy.
I've got plastic plate, not plastic plates, paper plates, Muse.
Yeah, so that he doesn't have to wash up. I mean, how good's that? That's quality, mate.
It actually works out cheaper because you see how much a fucking bottle of fairy washing up liquid is?
Yeah, but the trouble is he puts these paper plates in the dishwasher.
Actually,
Yeah, behave. I know where you was going to go there. No need. Terry, no.
I'm going red.
Yeah, don't choke on that thought, will you?
Yeah. Welcome to an Insomnia with me and Festa. And we've got a special guest tonight. Yes, we've got John. Gordon's alive. 3 Sheets Bennett.
Can always do a medley. Muse, you could join us as a Janis Joplin sound-alike, darling. I could just imagine you with Janice's big round glasses on, love, and a crochet top. You'd be well up for that, wouldn't you? Because you're a bit of a Janice fan, I think.
I better like Mark with his fucking Elton John. Oh, sorry, I've got. I tell you what, anybody that tuned in to the Saturday Night Live, I'm sitting there and it's like, Colin's pissed himself fucking.
Oh, I'll tell you what would work. Paul
What?
McCartney's frog chorus. We wouldn't even have to sing. We could sit there going, bom, bom, bom,
Boom, boom, boom,
bom, Bomb, 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 bomb.
bomb. Muse is laughing. She does have a pair of those glasses.
Oh, you still got a pair. Good girl. Why did I think that?
I don't know. Right.
Yeah,
what
rock chorus, mate.
Oh dear.
Yeah, just call it Paul Bretland and the Frog Chorus.
Obviously, Paul realizes that we're issuing a challenge here.
Oh, yeah, but Paul will throw the gauntlet down. He'll be like, I accept your grace.
Oh, you think you're better at happy birthday than us? I'll tell you. Aye, see you, Jimmy. Aye. That'd be funny as fuck. Christmas Day, live.
Oh, you can imagine it, couldn't you? We interrupt the Queen's speech to the nation to bring you the latest Christmas #1.
And there's me, you, John, Vance, Paul.
I can imagine my missus, you and that fucking hat.
Yeah. Paul, Tim, fucking Sam, Sammy's Irish accent. And we're all giving it bomb, 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 bye, bomb.
Who was the other group? Do you remember the Flying Pickets?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, mate, that'd be brilliant.
The one I always remember was Johnny Louis. The Churchill
Yes,
comes on
cavalry.
over here trying to do the cavalry.
What's that one? You remember it, John? Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da.
Looking from a window above, I see.
Bum, 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 bum. And the guy going.
The thing is, we couldn't get done for copyright or anything because none of our changes sound fuck all like what the original.
Yeah, it's going to sound fuck all like the record we're trying to do, so we'll be fine.
We could break into Flashdance or anything after it.
Oh, please don't put your leotard on again, Terry. Once in a year's bad enough.
Got a feeling.
Hey, Smoo, Muse, the fault of the Smoo running around his flat home alone in a leotard with his leg warmers on. That's an image you can't undo.
Actually, I'm going to go one up for the leotard. A Smoo Industries lime green mankini, mate.
No.
Yes.
Damn, you're
Imagine
wrong.
fucking John in one. It'd be like a mankini with one leg. It'd be like fucking trike. I don't know. What would you call it?
There you are, Terry. There's your day. Christmas Day, sat there, doing a live at the bench in a mankini.
Yeah, triple dare ya.
Well, you used to have to obtain manufacture and get it printed up and send it to me. I'll fucking wear it. You know I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you lot going to pay us not to do it?
Actually, Johnny Blythe is saying it'd be like the old Christmas Day Top of the Pops revival sort of thing. And Muse is going, no, that's worse than the mankini. No, there's no mankini. No. Oh, that's it. She's lost it. She's probably painted her hand again. No.
Yeah. Yeah, the fault of Terry running around in that budgie smuggler. Nah.
Yeah. For our viewers from Scunthorpe, welcome to our late night Insomnia edition. Actually, I'm trying to remember what this one was called. Muse, what's this one called?
Was this the aftermath of Dunklegelb or something?
Yeah,
like
the
that?
Dunklegelb, the aftermath. Actually, we're talking to a rather young Belgian friend.
Same thing.
Yeah, that was talking about all the shades of Dunklegelb. It was almost like, you know that book you buy, The 50 Shades of Grey? Apparently Dunklegelb was kind of similar.
Oh, he had a row of jars, didn't he? He was well into it, bless him.
Muse is looking for a translation on aisle 1. Colin, she's asking what a budgie smuggler is.
Budgie smuggler, you know when you walk down the beach and you see that really fat, overweight man with a beer belly and the bad afro walking along in a skimpy pair of Speedo trunks? They're budgie smugglers because it makes your cock and balls look like you've got a budgie in them.
Why is John really fucking laughing? And Muse is going 50 Shades is lame.
Yeah. Yeah, budgie smugglers is the name of them really bad.
Speedos.
Really tight. Shows you what you had for breakfast, sort of swimming shorts. Yeah.
It's when you've walked down the beach in a pair of Speedos and someone tells you the S's fell off the front that you start worrying.
Oh, wait, now Muse's going, I wasn't asking. Yeah. Have I give you too much info, Muse? I mean, you know. The thought of, here's
If
the
you
thing.
want to think of Smoo and budgie smugglers, Muse, that's up to you, love.
I'm thinking Telford 2019, me, Colin, and fucking John strutting up with a mankini and lime green with Smooth Industries on the, like the meat and two veg bit. You know you'd be sitting there going, oh, I want one of those. Did I go too far, Cole? For anybody else that's tuned in, yeah, please inject something more sensible.
I worry about you sometimes, Terry. I do think you spend an awful lot of time alone in that flat. On your own, thinking of these weird things, and dare I say it, you don't get out much.
Yeah, Macy's saying we call it something else, Cole, but I like that. Banana hammocks and
Banana hammocks, yeah, budgie smugglers is,
Mickle Pickle's in saying banana hammocks. Oh, hiya, Mickle Pickle, how you doing, mate?
Hello, Mick. Yeah, there's an image you can't undo, mate. Terry's agreed to present the Boxing Day show in a mankini.
Yeah, Johnny Blythe is saying Dunklegelb colour changed as a result of cheaper manufacturing processes, normally known by the year they were introduced. Yeah, Vince bored us with that earlier on as well. Yeah. He's trying to tell us that they got an initial tin of paint and went, oh, we've got to copy that. And then, yeah.
No idea, mate.
Yeah, but you know how many shades of Dunklegelb there was?
Go on, John, because you've done your research.
There was 8.
8? I've got 2 on my rack, so I'm doing well. For some reason, Mickle Pickle's going, no, I'll take a hard pass on that. Don't do it, Terry. Yes, me, Colin, and somebody called
How have I been roped into this?
We're talking about Telford next year with the mankini thing.
You leave this poor little Wookie out of it, mate. They'll think they've been sent a gorillagram.
Nothing wrong with that. You know, we all appear at Telford, and one of them looks like a fur ball that some cat's coughed up.
Yeah, they'll be going, since when did Cousin It get an invite to turn up in a banking?
Interesting one. For the viewers that are in, if Colin and myself and John actually made it to a Telford, and we were walking down with a whole sort of whatever we're rebranding, we're not giving it away. What we're rebranding ourselves for next year with the jackets that is like, we are not E-models because we're not good enough. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
We're not E-models jackets and all that stuff on. Would people come up and go, can I have your signature, please? Or would you just come up and go, you're a cock?
Probably the latter, mate.
Misa's going gorillagram.
Hey, mate, when they made Gorillas in the Mist, mate, they just got me and my sons as the stand-ins.
Was that because they were spraying antibacterial on your arse and you went, and there was this big mistake? Yeah, okay. I'll just keep buffing my wheel.
Yeah. You keep buffing, Terry.
See, if you buff your wheel, mate, it gets kind of shiny. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Here's the hardcore in. Jace Idaho is in, and he's giving it, hey there, everybody.
Where are you from, mate?
Yeah, just popping in real quick. Hope you all have a great night. Actually, we're just shooting the breeze, Jace, and thanks for coming in and stopping you talking us into do bondage and stuff, because, you know, she's a quiet girl, but she likes, yeah. Did I say that out loud, Cole?
Hey, what? I wasn't paying attention, mate. I was thinking, poor Muse, you know, what's she done to deserve you?
Nothing. That's why she's trying to save up for a plane ticket to go and absolutely obliterate fucking poor Vampy. You know what?
How long do you think Vampy will not be able to walk for?
I don't know, but there's going to be fucking steam coming out the end of it, mate.
Poor bloke.
Yeah. Me's just going, me, quiet. He's obsessed, Cole. Who is? Vamp or me? You know, rumble in the jungle and all that. I should just putting a smiley face up. She's not saying fuck all. That's all about it.
Back to the wild side of life.
Right. Oh, I'll need to move my Chelsea Whoppers out the way because I've got Chelsea Whoppers. Colin maybe had his Yorkshire puddings and Kilty sausages, but he's not got 2 packs of Chelsea Whoppers.
You're not bitter at all, are you, Terry?
I'm not, you bastard. Fucking hell, I looked at that.
Fucking gorgeous it was, mate, I know. And you didn't have none.
Muse is going, I've got Muse on the brain. Actually, you're kind of naughty, so it's hard to not think about you. But Vampy, he has no clue what he's in for.
Bless him.
Oh, Christ. I bet he's going, fucking hell.
Hey, Muse, at the end of the day, darling, if he's going to go, it's best to go with a smile on his face. That's all I'll say.
Do you know what? I've thought about that. Would I rather die with fucking like Alzheimer's and fucking didn't ken where I am, or would I rather go with a bird on top of me, shagging the living daylights out of me and making me blow steam? I know what I would pick.
So you're going out alone then? Hey, I've got more chance of turning up to Telford with fucking dreadlocks than you have of getting laid.
You bastard! What are you trying to say? Do you think I'm not attractive to the opposite sex?
I mean, you're the bloke. You walk round Scotland with a sign tied round your knob saying, "Can you do your bit to help the unemployed?" Oh, poor old Terry. He don't get out, man.
Muse is saying that Vamp will need a rebuild when it's finished.
Yeah, he'll have more.
Need just a little bit of honing out. Maybe some new shims. Oh, that's shocking.
Bless him. No, I hope they finally get together, the pair of them. I think they need it.
Yeah, I thought they'd met before and they were just doing the long distance sort of.
I don't think so.
I didn't realise that they hadn't met.
Yeah. Fair play. I think it's lovely. I really do.
But then Skype is quite good for sort of going.
Yeah.
I also didn't see anything. Muse says she's going to ruin his hardware. He might need a reboot after it. And Mickle Pickle's just like...
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to take more than a Control-Alt-Delete 3-knuckle shuffle to put him back together then.
You know what? I don't think... If Muse goes across to South Africa, for example, and meets up for Vamp for a weekend, we're not going to get any video updates or anything for Vamp for a fortnight because it's going to be basically pumping fucking protein pills, fucking...
Hey, mate, you think I walk bad, mate? I think I'll send him a couple of my spare walking sticks.
Yeah.
He's going to need them.
Like fucking John Wayne for a week. He's going to be like...
Yeah, honestly, mate, he's going to be wankered.
Yeah. Johnny Blythe saying he'll have to download new firmware. Oh dear, that's shocking.
I would say I sympathise with him, but I don't.
It's going to take 2 weeks to get where he can just have a conversation. Oh dear. So you're basically going to fucking burn him out hen. Good. Yeah, go for it. We'll joke about the, we'll buy them a room and that. Actually, I think it's maybe a bit old-fashioned and a bit romantic.
It's romantic, innit? I love it.
People from so far away that have connected just through, obviously, just chatting and sharing possibly pictures of an explicit nature, have clicked on such a level that it's pretty like Vamp's in. Where's Moose? Why is Moose not there? Moose is in. Where's Vamp? You can't.
Oh yeah, the right double act.
Yeah, you've got to have, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah,
it's really quite nice to see it in this day and age where people are just like.
It's nice to have a nice good luck story for a change.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like we're in such a throwaway society. It's like meet somebody, bang on, fuck off, next one. It's kind of like we're watching this wee love story building up, and then Mace goes and meets Vamp, and then Vamp is lying as a pillow.
It's like watching Bo Derek run down the beach in 10. You got Ravel's Bolero going with her and Vampy running towards each other, and then that scratching record as Vampy goes, I can't walk anymore.
You had to do the fucking Bo Derek one, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of like that, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely. It really is.
And then
I've just got this image of it coming on the news in South Africa. You know, local resident still hospitalised after being found unable to walk.
It's the whole sort of. Got a few movies I've watched. The kiss, and then Vamp goes, "Sorry, I've got to go and wipe myself." So sorry, mate. Yeah. Oops, I've had a wee bit of a premature evacuation or whatever.
You're on about seeing Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Me saying, let's just say I know what I'm getting and leave it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, good girl.
But you'll hate it working a bit. You need to build them up slowly. I've heard it doesn't get out much. I'm a bad man. Right, I'm going to paint my things.
See, part of me feels partly sorry for him, and then the other part of me sees the funny side thinking, mate, you're getting no sympathy off of me.
Why would you feel sorry for him? He's getting laid, man.
Yeah, but he's not going to walk for a very, very long time. He's going to be ruined. You know, we are seeing that infamous scene at the end of Butch Sundance, isn't we? You know, this guy is going to go to the edge of the cliff and he's going to come back a very broken man. And as a fellow bloke, you sort of want to help him, but you're like, dude, you're kind of on your own on this one.
But Hayes, he'll enjoy every fucking minute of it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a toss-up between enjoyment and just like, I'm fucked. Please piss off. You know?
It's knowing. I mean, I've got that. Wow.
Well, yeah.
Mickle Pickle's got it summed up. He is going to be so broken, mate. And there's a bloke, we're sitting there going, sucker.
Like, boy, you're done. And Misa's going to go like, now I've ridden you for 12 and a half hours. Are you actually going to fucking stop blowing steam?
Oh, mate, he is going to go down A&E and it's going to look like he's been peeled, mate. You know, there's gonna be no external skin left on this poor man. You know.
Now, the interesting thing for me as a host and a person who observes things is, why do we have the impression that Muse is going to be the one that breaks Vamp? It could be Vamp is the one
that's
going to break Muse.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all.
Was it something she said, Colin?
No, it's, you know, don't be lulled into a false sense of security here. I detect a girl that knows what she's doing and is going to ruin this poor chap.
He is a little bit younger than her, but what I do like about older women, they know what they want. And if they don't get it, they'll fucking show you how to do it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's on his own, mate. You know, I mean, I'm not going to offer the guy any moral support here.
We'll
He's
offer
on his
him
own.
moral support, but at the end of the day, we can't put damp cloths on the end of his pee-pee to stop
Yeah,
it.
honestly, he's going to want a big bucket of water in the room because he's going to be like that cartoon character that sits in the bucket and it's going, shh.
Moose is saying Colin has it. Yep, he's a decade younger. But the thing is, Moose, for a younger man like Vamp, it's like there's many good tunes to be played on an older fiddle. Make sure you teach him all the little things that you know.
That didn't sound creepy at all, Terry.
This is a modelling related feed, even though we're at the bench. But at the moment, there is a guy that we know that builds models. For those that have tuned in and have absolutely no fucking clue what's going on, there's a really nice guy called Vamp or Vampiric Essay Modeler. He does YouTubes and that. And he's in South Africa and he has problems getting kits and that. And then there's a slightly more mature lady called Muse who stays in America that sends him box of goodness. But when her box of goodness actually lands on him, sorry, right, I'll get the quote. Yeah. Try the stainless stuff. Notice a change of subject there. Yeah. I'm actually quite scared of Moose.
I'd never have noticed.
Yeah.
Mind you, though, you are a bit of a girl, Terry. Let's be honest. You can be a
might
bit of a princess.
I might talk a good game, but if a lady like Muse actually cornered me with my underpants stuck to the ceiling, I would be pretty scared. I'm trying to find my stirring stick. Muse, where have you put it? Oh, sorry. I can't find my stirring stick. Cole, where have you put my stirring stick?
To the right.
It's on the right somewhere, but I can't find it.
It's by your spray booth, isn't it?
Nope, still not finding it. It'll be somewhere. I bet it's fucking stuck in there somewhere. Nope. Oh dear. Terry's going to have to use a cocktail stick to stir his paint. Misha's going, no more for Terry. He's cut off. Oh. Mish. Don't be like that. I like big jugs. Anyway, right. Colin.
Yeah.
What's moving?
Drilling out a swinger.
Ooh. Why when John's on do I find humour in a swinger? Sorry.
Yeah, John.
He's picking on you, John, isn't he?
Why did you do that?
Give him a slap.
Does anybody want a Chelsea Whopper?
A what?
Chelsea Whopper.
See, that's totally different meaning where I come from.
They're like fudge covered in stuff that'll make it
Okay.
Surprisingly refreshing.
So Terry's fudge munching, is he?
Coming in.
You really don't want to know. Oh, John, you had to be there, didn't you, mate? I'll get my coat.
Yeah. I
don't get out much.
Frankie Day Model says no Jaffa cakes. LOL. Colin's on a bit fudge munching, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, of course, I wouldn't want Terry to choke on them, mate.
Frankie, did that link not work for you, mate? I'm dying to get Frankie in for a laugh. You know what, Muse? I think Frankie Day Models could teach all of us a thing or two because he's quite a respectable gentleman.
Well, he don't want to hang with us three reprobates then, does he? We'd soon corrupt the poor man.
Frankie, see the email I sent you? It has a little hyperlink. If you click on it, it'll automatically ping you in with us. If that doesn't work, the only other way is send me a either send me a message on Facebook. I can send you a link. Yeah, go into Gmail and click the link. It should, because it's a generic link, ping you in, and all of a sudden you'll be in chat with us.
Either that or you can friend us on Facebook and send him the link direct.
Yeah. Try it out, mate. It's just a bit of a laugh. I mean, I don't know what time it is where you are, Frankie.
What's he, 7 hours behind us?
Yeah, we're currently 4:35 a.m. in the UK. Right, mate. No problems. Try it out. If it doesn't work, get back to me, mate. Yeah. I've got a stereo stick somewhere here.
He's not finding a lot tonight, John, is he?
Found that.
Yeah. Oh,
Found it.
I'll tell you what, if there was air around it, he'd have found it hours ago.
No, that's quite funny. My journeyman always says, I can't get the bolt in the hole. He says, if there was hair around it, you'd find it, no bother.
Yeah.
I haven't tried this hobby buffable stuff. Ooh. It smells more lacquery than you know when you open a fresh bottle of Tamiya, it's got like that sweet smell.
Yeah.
It smells like.
Does it smell as nice as Master's brush cleaner?
I'm just wondering if this is actually a lacquer.
I don't know, mate. I don't play with hot paints. So.
Well, I mean, it's Mr. Hobby, Mr. Metal Colour, they call it.
Oh, that's a lacquer, isn't it, John?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Metal colour? I'm sure
Is
it
that
is.
lacquer?
Yeah, I'm positive it is.
That explains the smell. Right, okay. Yeah.
Does it smell of is it acetone?
The sort of the Mr. Colour leveling, not as strong as cellulose thinner, but that kind of.
Yeah, it's a lacquer then, mate.
Well, I see if it burns. Well, I do the whole flame and see if it burns like fucking. Nah, I'm only joking. Smoo has burst into flames. Would you? Oh.
Well, if you look at the side of the bottle,
Shh. There's an American guy with a big cigar's just joined, but don't say anything. John, don't say anything. There's an American guy just joined us. Good evening, Frankie. How you doing, matey?
Real good, buddy. How you doing this, Bill?
I have to laugh at you with those big fuck off cigars, your big Cuban cigars. You like a cigar, mate, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do. I've been smoking cigars for most of my life.
Do us a favour, Frankie. See where you've got your webcam. Can you tip it down a bit? All we're getting is the top of your head and your nose.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. There we go. There's Frankie.
there he is.
Ladies and gentlemen that are tuning in at this unfortunate hour of 4:38 in the morning, we've managed, I don't know how, because he's quite an established model maker in the see, this is the thing about Colin and myself doing the Insomnias. There's people in America that are established model makers like yourself, Frankie, that I have to put my hands up. I hadn't heard about you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate this.
But there is a whole model making community in America that we are only just touching the edges of. And I'm looking at you going, he's doing a ship that's older than me and it's scratch built and the paper planes. So how are you doing, young man? And
I've been building models since I was about 3 years old. My father, yes, sir. My father was a head of model shops. He went to Washington, D.C. He used to work with Bob Summerall's father and a bunch of other curators for museums. He built a lot of model ships, and he taught me how to build models. And I learned all that stuff from my father.
So you've been brought up, was it your father enjoyed models?
Oh, yes.
And was associated with the guy that was obviously established.
Oh, yeah. My dad, we got out of the Navy. I'm third generation Navy. And my father, when he got out of the Navy, he got a job working in model shops in Washington, D.C. But he's a good model builder. And what he did, he had about 4 or 5 guys to build one model ship. These things are 1.5 inch to 1 foot scale. These things are 18, 19 feet long, big model ships.
Take you about 6 years to build them.
Oh, yeah.
We've only sort of encountered one person, Mr. Mike Hornsey. I don't know if you followed our feeds that long. And he does commission builds in some ships, and it takes him like 4 years to build.
Oh, yeah. They take ship model building takes a lot more longer to build than does pretty much anything that's out there in the market. It depends on the builder in general. Some guys, I've seen one guy take a model that can be built with 2 weeks to a month the most. It's stretched out to 4 or 5 years. And, you know, like me, I work about 6, 7, 8 hours a day on these things sometimes. When I get off work, I work all my on.
Do you feel you're pigeonholed into sort of shipbuilding, or are you, like myself, Colin and John, that will build anything?
Anything. I could build anything put in front of me, armor or anything. I used to build a lot of armor years ago. I built a lot of old monogram kits and wind wall, and Revell made a few, not very much, but nowadays there's a very large abundance of what's out there, especially in the Asian brothers like Tamaya, and you got Dragon and all these other kits like from China. They're really superseding like you won't believe. But I used to build those old monogram ones, and they came with rubber tracks, but you got the key to make things.
I thought I'd bought a Revell 1/16 Peterbilt truck, but it turns out when you trace the history back, it's a monogram kit for 1972.
Oh yeah,
which explains why it needs a little bit of fettling. Just a little bit of kudos for yourself. A good viewer and friend of ours, Johnny Blythe, who is in Australia, is giving it a big hey, Frankie, how are you doing?
Oh, good,
it's got a little bit of feedback because you've been posting some nice things up on the dungeon, which is a little project that myself and Colin have got going on. Johnny is saying the ship he posted was just beautiful, Frankie. Real skill and passion involved. Do you get much? I mean, I've watched a couple of your live things, like solo yourself. Do you get much feedback, or do you not care about it? You know what you're doing, or
well, in general, most of the stuff I do on my channel is pretty ancient to oppose what's out there, and most of my stash, I've got over 2,000 models in my stash. And I've got a lot of stuff that goes all the way back to the 30s.
So are you talking about plastic styrene models?
Wood models, wood and plastic.
Right. So sort of styrene, how far are you going back with your styrene stash?
Oh yeah. As far as my styrene stash goes back in 1954 when Revell first started out. I've got the first Revell's brought out as USS Missouri.
See, myself and Colin were born in 67. When were you born, John?
63.
63.
Yeah.
the thing that interested me, and I have no idea how you happened across us, guys. Right?
Well, I always do. I like to listen to hangouts and things like this. I do once in a while. Like I see a hangout come out, and I listen, and I get interested. I like to join in.
See, I've subscribed now, but it's like just to let you know, we're a really small group of modelers.
Yep.
There's myself, Colin, John, Vincent. Occasionally we'll have a couple of guests in. But it's really just like the four of us. We're all in the UK, and we like building different stuff. Colin's really imaginative. He likes taking a sorties kit and scratch building. I tend to build out the box, but I'm going with Colin and trying something new. John goes for his factual accuracy, and so does Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
But it's really weird. We're getting a lot of American people following that enjoy what we're doing, and we're not quite understanding why they're interested in. I mean, you're an established model maker in the USA, and all of a sudden you're like, "Hiya, guys! Oh, look at the ship I've done. How the hell did you find us?"
I just found you on the internet, just on the on my. I tried on YouTube. I just once in a while, a lot of things come up, and I saw you hang out there. And I think it's one of the Insomnia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Colin. Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it because I can't sleep. I'm 77 years old, and we get old. You're
still a young man, by the way. 77. You're doing all right, mate. Good shape. Fuck knows how you smoke those torpedoes like, but aye.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Like I always like United Kingdom model builders from England and from your country in Scotland, because I'll tell you, I learned most of my card modeling from European, from people from Poland and England, because that used to be card modeling used to be a mainstay. Before the invented plastic and wood came up, when it did, it went out like the dodo. But card models and paper models in general are still pretty well a mainstay in European countries.
I watched your last live feed, and I can't remember what it was you were showing me as a model. But you had this like pack of card, and it was big. It was bigger than A4. What were it, A3, whatever. And you were like, it showed you all what the model was, and then you pulled the first sheet away, and it was like all the paper cut out so that you do it.
Yeah, card modeling has different methods of construction. You got to learn how to use cones.
It's like a Japanese origami lesson.
Yeah, they come out very recently ago, and they're done.
But it's quite interesting that you're into paper. You'll do also. But you also do styrene, and I don't know if John's feeling the same. Myself and Colin are feeling that, and what we would call the styrene generation.
Yeah.
If I'm going to weather a kit, I'll take a tube of oil and I'll put thinners in it, or pin wash, or streaks, or whatever.
Yep.
I'll do that with a tube of oil.
Oh yeah.
And Colin will do the same. But there's so many people now that will buy a bottle or a pen which has basically the same stuff in it, because it's convenient that they don't have to mix themselves and put it on, or buy photo etch and all that. Whereas you would go, right, I've got to do railings on a ship. Now, this ship is 1/350th scale. It's USS, whatever. I'm not knowledgeable in ships, okay? So you go do this ship, and it's got railings on it. Now, you're for the generation that will go, right, I can either take copper wire that's in my mains electricity supply, same sort of thing, stretch it out and solder it to little copper strips and make.
That's right.
Or I'm going to do a tank in 1/35th scale, and I want to do the little cable that goes down to the light, and you'll do it with a bit of solder wire. But the kids now go like, I'll go to Edward, I'll buy a photo etch kit. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. That does all that, and it doesn't look as good as when you did the original. I mean, if you're doing a ship, right?
Yep.
1 350 a scale, 1 300, 1 750.
Yep.
And you're putting round railings on it. Photo etch is square.
Yeah. Photo etch is pretty much uniform. It's square, like you say. But most railings I use, I make a jig and I use copper and I solder them on there. And,
yeah, old school. Yeah.
Yeah. And I put them on the hull.
Yeah.
That photo etch is good stuff, but I'm more or less just stuck in my ways of doing it.
See, the youngsters go, oh, I couldn't create railings on 1 350 a scale on my whatever turpits or whatever they're building.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, actually, you just take copper wire and solder it to straight uprights. And they go, no, I'll buy an Edward photo etch kit and it's got it all, but it's not round.
Yep, that wire is what you can do is you can substitute a photo etch. If you're building the 1 350 scale, you can use for your stanchions. You use copper wire. Then you can use fuse wire, and stretch that fuse wire out. And you can take ACC glue and put it on a container and use a toothpick and kind of blob it on there. And you can take that stretched fuse wire and put it right across the stanchions. It looks perfect all the time.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but obviously, as I don't mean it in any disrespect, you're an older gentleman, right? Have you noticed changes in the fads of sort of? I mean, myself and Colin grew up with, we would get Matchbox or Airfix kits. I don't know if you got them in the USA. They were pretty basic, and you got. I'm just looking for one. We used to get the tubes of what Colin and myself affectionately call snot glue.
Yeah.
I'm just going to change my camera so you can see my face. Give me a second. There we go. Right. So we used to get this tubes the old polystyrene glue.
Oh, yeah.
When you stuck it on, you got big strings and all that sort of thing.
Exactly.
And then you had... in the UK, it was the Humbrol paints and little tins of enamel paint, and you would glue your model together with this what I call snot glue, paint it with your enamel paints. We weren't into the whole weathering and all that. So, as a gentleman of a certain age, how have you seen the modelling sort of move on from that to where we are now? And obviously you're a scratch builder.
Yep. Most of that stock glue right there, they used to come in the a lot of earlier kits back in the 1960s. Most of the kits, like the Airfix and Frog, came to America back in 1963.
Oh, Frog's an old kit, yeah.
Oh yeah. And sometimes glue came in those kits. And they came in those.
Glue came in what?
Yep, that glue came in those Frog kits. I have a 100 scale Lancaster, and they come in with that type of glue also. That stock glue, you call it. But like I say, I just in America I just use either regular tube glue, like Revell or Monogram or Testers, and that stuff right there. Most of it was always dried up all the time. Sometimes.
You've got a lot of different paints across there. I mean, most of it, young and upcoming modelers now, I've heard of Tamiya and Mr. Hobby and all that.
Yep.
You've got a lot of paints across there, like Testers and stuff like that we don't.
Also, that's it.
That
Testers
we get in the UK.
And Humbrol came. I used to buy Humbrol 10s back in the 70s and 60s all the time. And I used turpentines instead of mineral spirits for it. And what I did is I always asked, where the heck the Humbrol? I try to get hold of hobby shops. Oh, we don't stock that no more. So no, you don't. Bring it back. And they finally brought the Humbrol paints back. They got acrylics, a whole new range of Humbrol paints. I noticed that the formula in those paints is a lot different opposed to how it was back in the 60s and 70s.
I seem to remember, I mean, I've got some tins stashed away in a box of Humbrol. Their metallics were really good.
Oh yeah, they're very good.
But the other paints, I'm not used to working with enamels, but the metallics are good. But the rest of them are the kind of like, if you're brush painting,
Unevenly, it comes unevenly with a brush when you brush them. Some of those are formulated with a brush. You go on, it looks like it's done with an airbrush.
yeah. Obviously, we've got Colin, who is on his bench cam at the moment, and John is sitting there. Colin or John, have you got any questions for Frankie that you would like asked? Because obviously he's
Well,
yes.
I've been stuck with Frankie now for 3 years.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it, sir.
Any questions, John?
And he's old school. He's a bit like me. And after me up, when I was stuck in my bed, that was when I was watching a lot of Frankie's videos. His Lancaster build. His 48 scale Lancaster. His card kits.
What's quite interesting is an American building a British plane like a Lancaster, but doing it justice.
Yeah. And his light
Sorry, John.
is as well. It's just amazing.
Oh, thank you, sir. You guys are very kind. It's labor of love for me. I've with models, it's my life, life's work, and my wife, she was telling me, Frank, if the good Lord should call on you, what are you going to do with all these things? I said, Ruth, I got it pretty well taken care of. Most of my stash goes to an estate sale, and the ones I got just for grabs.
Frankie, not being too personal, obviously you've just mentioned there that your wife passed away. Do you find that model making is quite an insular hobby where people are in a room and they don't really mix with other people and that they just do their thing? What's your...
Well, I'll tell you one thing in general, model hobby is years ago, back in my time, model building was everybody bought model. Kids, we went to hobby shops, Woolworths, Grants,
yeah.
all the 5 dime stores. We used to go there and buy Airfix kits, everything, and nowadays, with Phil Parenthood and the way the country is going, it's like it's all over the world. I've never seen how this world is like it is now. And most people are in the drugs and everything else. They don't take time and learn how to build a model, and keeps you. Model building is an art. I'm very pleased and happy when I see a lot of people that are building models nowadays. I try to teach little kids how to build models. I got a couple little kids next door to me, and they see my stuff and they're amazed with it. And I give kids once in a while and teach them how to build them.
Frankie, do you think it's kind of like I'm 51, okay? I was introduced to styrene model making by my dad when I was 8 years old.
There you go, just like I was. Yes, sir.
And he sat beside me and showed me how to use the glue and how to put the paints on. I mean, I'm talking about, not on about feathering and accuracy, and it was a glue, but he would sit beside me and go, this is how you cut the part, this is how you sand it off, this is how you stick it together, this is how you paint it, and keep it a nice flowing stroke so that you don't get brush marks and all that sort of thing.
Exactly. My father supervised me pretty well. That's what I was learning because he was.
I think that's lost now. That there's a lot of knowledge locked up in the older generation, and I'm not being disrespectful. You are more senior than myself. You've got a lot of knowledge on, like, I might approach a model and go, I want to do that. How would I do it? Whereas you would go, I'll take a bit of fuse wire, solder it.
Yeah.
Whereas the younger generation would be like, on the internet, look and go, is there an Edward kit that I can buy that will do that for me?
I'll tell you what it is, Terry. The biggest problem is nowadays the models and everything is general. People don't want to take the time. They want something that's done immediately.
Instant gratification, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it sure is, Colin. People don't want to sit down and take the time and put their all into something and make a museum piece out of it.
Yeah.
And they just want something together That's it. I tell you what.
Do you think, like myself, and I'll probably say Colin and John are probably on the same wavelength? It's like, I've got a model, for example, a tank, and I want to highlight the recesses. I'll grab an oil, I'll mix it with my thinners, and I'll do a thin wash to highlight all the dark areas in the recesses. Let it dry for a week, buff off all the bits I don't want, then matte coat it.
That's it.
But the younger people are like, what, mixing oils with thinners? I've bought a MIG oil brusher.
Yeah.
It's all the convenience kind of thing now rather than the old. This is where I have connected with the old school ways of doing things.
That's it. It's called time. You take your time to something, it looks very, very well. When you run something together, especially with a trained eye, you see it's like, well, that guy soldered that. But but you just got to take your time. These things are expensive, fellas. These things cost a lot of money, and you want to get your money's worth by putting your time into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even if you buy a photo etch kit, for example, railings that you would do, as you say, you would get an upright bit of wire and a thinner bit of wire that would stretch and solder together.
And something I tear it apart and do it over again.
Yeah, they buy the photo etch kits, which are square, and they don't look like round railings.
The 2-dimensional.
And they're using super glue to put them together. And you say, actually, if you soldered that to that, they're like, what's soldering?
You can't solder fuse wire next to small copper, especially on a small scale like that. Only time any solder in larger scale is like a larger model, more or less in general, like 196 scale, like HO scale, 187, bigger scales, big huge scale models.
But you've learned that through trying it and going, that doesn't work.
Yeah, let me show you an example right here. It's right next to me here, Terry.
Okay, no problem, Frankie.
Right here, right here. I don't know if my camera will pick this up.
Okay.
I got my
Frankie, give me a second. I'm just going to click the button. Click and present. On you go, Frankie. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right here.
Right, there's a bolt. All I know is that's a bolt.
These railings are all soldered. That's the only time you apply solder to railings on a model this size.
So there's no photo etch on that. That's all scratch built.
Yes, sir. No, this is a kit. This is what I do. This is radio control.
Right. So is that a plastic kit?
No, sir. It's made out of wood.
Right.
And the railings, nothing but brass, flux, and solder.
See, for the wood, I know there's wood kits out there where you have to steam all the panels to get them to bend.
Yep.
Did you have to do all that?
I put all these rails on a jig. See how the top of this cabin overhead is? Okay. I made a jig just like as I traced this cabin over a piece of plywood. I drilled holes and I laid my stanchions on there. And I soldered my wire around there. I pulled.
I'm on about the wooden part of the hull. You're saying that's wood. Did that come pre-bent, or did you have to steam the wooden bits to get the shape?
Yep, I sure did. You got to steam, but you got to either steam or put. I use ammonia. You put ammonia on those planks, and it'll turn real easy. And I fiberglass inside and outside the tank. Make sure no water will get inside this hull.
Oh wow!
This is radio control. This is just it's small. This is 1/72nd scale. So if you compare a 1/72nd scale airplane or something like that, so
I mean, Johnny Blythe is saying there, that's our Australian friend, although not younger generation, he's only been modelling for less than 3 years. When I need to know how to do something, I search for how to, not go to an online site and look for products. So,
like this big ocean liner you're working on, that's made out of paper, and that's a Matson liner SS Lurleen, and that's out of San Francisco, California, and I'm still working on that.
Paper.
Yeah, that's 5 feet long. That one is. I built that using plans.
I've never tried paper modeling. Yeah.
I love paper models, fellas. You know, I've got tons of paper models here. I got lots of them.
I haven't seen many paper models available for sale in the UK. Have you, Colin or John?
Oh yeah, I've got one up there, which is the Apollo 11 launch umbilical tower.
Oh,
Let me show you guys. I got another one here. I'll show you how to paper.
yeah.
Let me show you guys. I got another one. This is my F2A Brewster Buffalo. Made this out of paper.
That's paper.
Yeah, yes, sir.
What the hell scale is that? Like 1/16 or
This is 1/24 scale.
what? That's paper.
Yep.
So the airframe is it like stiffer cardboard or?
It is. You got formers there, like bulkheads formers, and these are called skins right here. You just glue your skins over the bulkheads, and you got to make sure that your adjacent bulkheads, that your frames, your formers, when they glue together, you got to make sure the mirror edge. And you take a screwdriver, you take a back of a butter knife or a teaspoon, and you burnish out the seams. And once you burnish out the seams, they disappear like Houdini.
I think that's totally lost in the UK. I haven't seen anybody building. Sorry, Colin.
That's absolutely stunning. I mean, I got my paper stuff from a guy in the States. UK just doesn't cater for it. It's such a shame.
Nah.
There's some good websites that have paper models on. It really is an eye opener.
It's an art, isn't it? Yeah.
The one thing good about building paper models, fellas, is expensive plastic is too expensive. Just hop on play paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea for a group build, mate. Is building paper. You know, because it's something that hasn't really been done over here.
I wouldn't know where to start. I'd be PMing Frankie every night going, do you use
I mean, I've got the Apollo 11 launch tower there, and you know, I've got a load of instructions with it on how to put it all together and that, you know, and I'm just waiting till I've finished me building work at the house, and then I'll start building it.
Johnny Blythe was saying, I'm sub to US model site. They have stuff there from the 1920s. They give you a bit of the kit and the company's history, paper, model, cardboard, vacuum form, and yeah, you just get on with it. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, if you can, mate, if you put the link up in the dungeon or PM the link to Terry and myself, mate, I'd definitely be interested in that.
It's a different kind of building. It's like, right, I mean, I did something that Colin encouraged me to do. I bought a pack of balsa wood, and I've never really scratch built. I've kind of taken a kit and glued it together and went, there's a plane, there's a tank, there's a whatever. And I downloaded the thing with the Doctor Who TARDIS. And I scratch built a TARDIS. And see the feeling of accomplishment that you've hand cut all the bits, stuck them together, and at the end you've got something that looks like what it's supposed to be, but you've done it from scratch. It's not been injection molded, it's not been ready to glue together. That's Colin's fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Yeah. So do you have more than one build running at the same time, Frankie? Or
I got about 6 going right now.
right, okay.
I've got the USS Shangri-La going on, and I'll finish up my my cruiser USS Olympia. I'll show you. This is very, very small scale, 1/284 scale. So
you like ships and planes then? Is that your sort of niche that you like doing?
Oh, yes, sir, sure is. Here's my battle. Here's my cruiser Olympia. I'm working on this here.
Just going to click on you, Frankie. Give me 2 seconds. I'll just put you in. Yeah, right. So tell us about that one, Frankie.
This is one during the Spanish-American War.
And what's that made from?
This is made from paper.
You're fucking kidding me.
That's made out of paper?
Yeah. I made that I made this from a paper kit. It's called Oreo. It comes from the Ukraine or something like that. I built this about 4 years ago.
And that's paper.
Oh yeah, this is the one they used that the Commodore Dewey was on during the Battle of Manila Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they got the United States. I think we've got this in the Pennsylvania harbor right now, and this is probably, along with the USS Constitution, is probably about the oldest ships that we have.
I just find it really hard looking at that to think it's not a styrene model. That's paper.
Yep, yes, sir, sure is.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Excuse my French.
Stunning.
Yeah. I got one I made out of a 2x4. I want to show you something.
Okay, because that's fucking stunning. And that's paper.
He makes us look like amateurs, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Here's what I'm working on now. It's out of wood.
So is that mixed materials, wood, paper, or?
This here's made from wood right here.
Mm-hmm. What kind of wood?
This is made out of pines. Here's a bottle. This is a waterline model.
Yeah.
This is a Hawaiian Packer. This is 192 scale, 116 scale. And she's
a waterline, so you've not bothered with the bottom of the hull because it's yeah.
I got it sitting on the water. Now I want to show you something else I got, Bill. Since you got me
you go, mate. I'm just looking and going, how the fuck did you make that? Yeah. So when you went to build that kit, what did you have? Just plans?
Plans. I got some plans from Blue Jacket Ship Raptors out of Maine, United States of America. I've got these plans I've got that I sent away for. I built this thing about, I don't know, about 40 years ago, I think I started this.
So did you actually apply to the shipbuilders? Because I know when the ship designers were making actual real vessels, they used to do plans and make models like that out of wood and such. Like, is that what you've applied for?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
And I got the RMS Mauritania. I made this out of paper. This is scratch built. This is about 45 inches long. I'll bring it over here and show it to you, sir.
Yeah, I'll wait, mate. Yeah. Fucking hell. Paper. Wow. I somehow feel a little bit less worthy.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second. I'm just getting back at fags, but wow.
Here's the Mauritania.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
I made this out of paper plans.
Yeah, I like that.
I love British ships and aircraft. They're my favorite. There's a lot of history in them.
Absolutely.
I think the British are the best.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So, sorry, Frankie. I was really getting cigarettes.
Okay, so as long as everything is okay, you didn't break anything.
That's not styrene. That's paper.
Yes, sir.
You're fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
Wow. HMS Mauritania.
Yep.
All paper. Nothing else.
Ship Lusitania.
All Lusitania. Wow.
Lusitania, she had manhole cover ventilation system. They had a lot of problems with ventilation on the Lusitania, and Mauritania did. They put cowling vents on these things for ventilation. This is a twin sister ship to the RMS Lusitania that was sunk 8 miles off the little head of Kinsale off Ireland.
Right, you're sitting there quoting statistics of the ships. So when you're going to build one of these paper ships, and we joke with John because he likes doing his research.
A lot of research.
Oh, Frankie's even in there. Frankie, give us a big research.
You guys been doing too much research.
when you're building something like that, even if it's out of paper, you do research your model because I mean you're quoting facts and figures.
See, back years ago, before the internet was involved and PC was involved, the only internet that we had was a library, or you saw a model plan. That was it. That was the only source that you had.
John likes his books, but some of the ones that he really likes, the pages are stuck together. You know what I mean, mate? Wow, that's paper. Do you know what? I'm just going to pack up modelling right now. It's like I'm trying to make a kit of a jet plane that's made by a Czechoslovakian company, and I'm swearing at the kit, and it's like it's a load of shit. And Frankie will go, just make it out of paper, mate. Wow. I tell you what, that's quite impressive. But ships and planes are your thing, I take it.
Yes, I enjoy building airplanes and ships. Now, I went down to the hobby shop the other day to get some wood dowling. And I was looking around, and I was looking around the tanks and stuff like that. They got some nice armor out there. I like to get me one, like a Tiger tank.
Oh, you like German stuff?
Yeah.
Mm.
I've always liked the German Tiger.
Yeah, I like the German aircraft that were propeller driven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of those. I got Messerschmitts 88s, Yonkers 88s, Heinkels.
88s, yeah, the bombers, yeah.
I've got a paper kit of the Yonkers 52. It's got a 5-foot wingspan.
I got myself a little kit, Frankie. Now, I haven't built aircraft for over 30 years since I was a little boy.
Oh, wow.
And I'm currently building a Su-25, a Russian jet. I don't like jets, but I won it in a competition.
Yeah.
This is a kit that I ordered on Airfix.
The Stuka.
Yeah.
The Trumpets of Jericho. Yep.
I last built that when I was 8 years old, but it was a 1/72nd scale.
Yep.
And I just like it. But I have ordered, because we have a Belgian friend who is sponsored by Edward. So I've ordered the whole, what they call a big Ed kit. It gives you all the photo etch for the cockpit and all that.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to give that a go.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not something I normally build. I like motorbikes and stuff.
That's an excellent kit, Terry. I've got the same thing in my stash, and I've reviewed the kit very carefully. And from my findings, that it's a superb kit.
Mm-hmm.
I think Airfix is really getting their game together.
Well, we're talking about that the other night. Another company that appears to be getting their game together, I know it's built in America, is Revel Germany.
Yeah. I heard Revel Germany is going to bring over some new stuff. I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff they released probably back in the 70s or 80s, maybe 60s. I don't know. But I was really hoping if they can bring up the stuff like they made back in the early 50s, like the P2B Neptune, the PBM Mariner, and the 102, the 104, the A1 Skyraider.
What we're tending to gather from like Airfix and that, they're not going to touch their old molds. They're going to really re-release them occasionally as sort of, this is their old style stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they're concentrating on the new stuff. And I mean, myself, I love motorbikes, and I know Colin loves motorbikes, and John loves motorbikes. But in the 80s, when most of the motorbike things took off with Tamiya, I was busy getting laid, getting drunk, getting married, having a family, and wasn't building models. And I've got to a stage now that I would love to build all those models, but they're like hen's teeth to get hold of.
Yeah.
Unless you do a re-release. It's just really frustrating. I don't know. Unless they made them in paper.
Yep. Paper's a lot of range out there. Paper gets.
I have a question for you. Colin and myself have a thing called a Holy Grail kit. Now, it might be an overall Holy Grail kit, or it might be a plane. What's your Holy Grail in planes? What's your Holy Grail in tanks? Blah, blah, blah. One you want to put all the effort, all the aftermarket, all the detail into.
Yep.
What would be your holy grail kit? Money doesn't matter. What would be the kit you would love to make with all the detail? Your holy grail. What would be your holy grail?
I'll tell you what they got shaking right now. I would like to get my hands on that wingnut Lancaster. But that's some money right there, fellas. That's probably a $600.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too steep for me. So I decided, if I can't afford a 1/32 scale Lancaster plastic, I got a 1/33 scale card kit by Gomix 5 model of the Lancaster.
What I quite like, I mean, you're quite lucky in America, although they're kind of hit and miss on the kits and the quality and stuff. I love 40s to 60s American cars.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of those here.
They're all done by like the AMT and Ertl and stuff like that. And to be quite honest, the kit quality, from my point of view, comparing it to modern kits, is a bit crap. But it's the only companies that make those. But, and here in the UK, I'm looking at folk. Colin and I are doing these Insomnias, and somebody's saying, "Yeah, I'm doing this American 1969 Chevy, whatever it is." It's like, we can't get that here in the UK.
Yeah.
We're kind of deprived of a lot of really sexy looking cars. And the interesting thing is, in America, it's 1/25th.
Yeah,
the European sort of scale for cars is 1/24th. So you always know when Revel's doing a Reeboks, because it's like a 1/25th American, whatever it is. It's a Reeboks of an old Ertl kit.
That's like in European, like in Poland and Germany and the United States, America. They not United States, but European countries usually they don't use the metric system. It is metric. I mean, it's 1/33 scale over there, but over here in America it's 1/32 scale, and it's really just a very smattering amount of different scale wise in 1/33 and 1/32. It's hardly noticeable.
We were talking about something earlier, and one of our viewers posed us a question. A lot of when you get into 1/72nd, 1/78th, and 1/44 scale, you're going into what they call the hobby railway scales.
Oh yeah.
If you're 1/72nd, 1/78, you're H00 or whatever. And then if you're going into 1/44, it's a scale smaller, which Colin knows. What is it?
What N scale?
N scale. Yes.
And HO is like 1/87 scale.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've got Stuart Bremner in. Good evening, young man. We've actually got a special guest all the way from America. Quite near America, actually. Actually, what state are you in, Frankie?
Ohio, Jerry.
Oh, you're in
Midwest.
Ohio.
Ohio.
So we've got a special guest all the way from America. A lot of the guys that will be tuning in, obviously, we're at a silly hour in the morning in the UK, and people might not see it till tomorrow. Frankie is a very established and well-known American model maker, and we're quite privileged to have him on. And what's quite surprising is a lot of the models that make are paper, and you're looking at them going, "That's made of paper." So yeah, it's pretty cool. John, you got any more questions for Frankie? Might as well ask him stuff you want to know while he's on, because I'm running out of questions. But I mean, you like the guy, so.
Oh, this is it, Frankie's Grail kit in Lancaster. I've got one on order, mate.
You haven't built many of them, John. To be fair, you're 26 or yeah.
Is that 1/32 scale, Johnny?
Yeah, the wings one.
Man,
You've got a wing sitting there.
doggone.
Now I've got one on order.
No, you want a wing that wing. So I was about to say, he keeps pleading poverty, but he keeps pulling kits out your stash. Quite funny, Frankie. We have I'll come on you in a second, John. We have a viewer from Malta. The guy's name's Ray. He works in a Revel model shop. And the joke that we play is off to John's right-hand side, he has a door, which is actually to his living room. But he keeps, when somebody mentions a kit, he kind of pulls it out for nowhere. So we joke that the door off to his right is actually a model shop and that Ray works in it and that John overworks him. Anyway, John, sorry, on to you.
Oh, wow, beautiful Hank. Is that the Rebel one, Johnny?
No, it's new Airfix one.
Airfix one.
Yeah.
I just built that for Mr. Martin Lammett's Bomber Command group build. Beautiful job.
Yeah, I'm sub to him as well.
I love old Martin. He's a good guy.
By the way, Frankie, we've got some feedback from our lovely viewers in the chat. Norman Long saying is, first of all, do you blokes ever sleep?
No.
No.
Nope.
And the second one is to say, good to see Frankie on board. I follow his YouTube videos. So there you go. That's Norman is the Australian Norman. I'm just trying to remember.
Norman Long, yeah?
Ah, it's Norman Long. Yeah, he's Australia. He's from Upside Down Land. Actually, what I'll do, just because Norman is in, if I can remember how to do it.
You're going to make him feel at home, are you, mate?
I'm going to try and remember how to do it, Colin, but I can't remember. There's so many settings on this thing. How did I do it again, Colin? I'll figure it out.
No.
No. Yeah, I've lost it. There was a button I used to be able to... Oh, that's annoying. I can't remember how to do it. Oh, I don't. Right, wait now. Norman, good day, mate. How you doing? How's it going down in there? Don't know this a television set because I know yours is the right way up. Yeah. Right. Okay, I've had my fun. Apologies. Johnny Blythe is saying, Frankie, I've just subbed to mate. And Norman saying, not easy modelling upside down, you swines. And he's calling me a bastard. Actually, here's a funny one, Frankie. I always try and get my colleagues to swear at me and call me a bastard. Could I possibly have you calling me a bastard for absolutely no reason, but just could you go smooth?
Camaraderie.
That is no biting. He's not going for it. And Michael Pickles
He might not cuss.
Yeah. Norman's going a nice bastard though. Yeah. Do you not cuss, Norman? That's actually quite an interesting question. Do you not cuss? Are you the gentleman that holds the door open for a lady and would not cuss in public? Oh, he's went quiet. Oh, sorry, Norman. Frankie.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of gentleman that would not cuss in public and hold the door open for a lady, or will you give it a Smoo, you're a bastard?
Well, I pretty much open the door for everybody. I'm pretty much a gentleman a lot. If somebody gets a tad rough with me, I call them a bastard too.
Right, okay, we've got a bastard off of Frankie. That's cool. From our viewers in the chat, obviously we've got a special guest in all the way from America, and some of you guys will know Frankie for whatever reason. But do you have any questions you'd like me to put to Frankie? Sorry, I mean, I'm sitting eating Chelsea Whoppers. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like kind of like fudge covered in naughty stuff.
Yeah, don't choke on them, Terry, will you, mate?
Colin, you sat there with a full roast dinner. You can't blame me a Chelsea Whopper. Come on, mate.
You're still moaning about that.
Oh fuck, man! I ought to choose your arm off for that. That looked lovely.
It was gorgeous, mate.
It looked good, damn. I'm just checking. Yep, okay, right, back in the room. Oops. So what are you working on now, Frankie? Oh, he's dropped out. No bother. He's lost his
Having internet
connection.
trouble over there, mate.
Yeah. Right, back to my painting. I didn't realise they were lacquers. Okay.
Yeah, it might just be having a few internet issues, mate.
Yeah. I
It
didn't
sound
realise they
a bit
paint.
funny, didn't it?
Didn't realise they paints Vincent that were lacquers, or I wouldn't be thinking of brush painting them.
I love the paper. I
The
love
things
that
he
stuff.
does with paper, they fucking ships. Wow.
Yeah, I'll be looking at getting some of them, I think.
I mean,
the genre coming on.
we sit here gluing bits of plastic together going, Revel, that's shit. Revel, that's shit. But how many people take a plan and bits of paper and cards and actually...
Yeah, but it's because it's not catered for over here. This is the thing.
No.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I can remember as a kid having paper craft kits. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
And, you know, you used to make stuff back then, but I haven't seen them over here for years. Seeing the Apollo 11 umbilical tower that I got, that's why I got it, because I thought, do you know something? I like that. And it was about 11 quid.
Different as well. Yeah, yeah.
And to get that in plastic is 114 quid, something like that, John, isn't it, for the big NASA launch umbilical towers?
Yeah.
Space shuttle one's 140.
And it's not all that accurate neither.
Yeah.
Norman's saying that the Polish produce heaps of paper kits. I have one of a lighthouse I should build.
Oh, mate, yeah. I mean, it's something I'm going to Google later.
I watched one of Frankie's sort of, he does a live thing. It's just himself sitting there with a cigar. And he pulled out, it was like an A3 pack of what you would like possibly buy as drawing paper.
Yeah.
And on the front was a model, and then they opened it up, and it was a plan. And the second page was step 2 the plan, and third, fourth, fifth, and sixth sheets was actually the paper parts you had to cut out to make the model.
Yeah, I've got one sat there, just to my left.
And that ship, was it the Mauritania or?
Yeah, Mauritania.
You're looking at that and going, that's not. That looks like a styrene kit that he's glued together. It's yeah.
Stunning.
And it's a whole. Here he comes. Welcome, Frankie. Sorry you lost your internet connection. We were
I was
just...
trying to change cameras over. I got 2 web cameras. I got one coming out of my PC, and I bought another one the other day so it could focus my work board. I was trying to change cameras right here to get the work board over my whale ship water. I work on that right now, and I'm trying to get this. Trying to get the shrouds going on this thing, and when I get.
I watched one of your live and it was like an A3 sort of, how can I describe it, an A3 pocket paper that you would buy for artwork. But it was a kit. And
Yeah.
The first page was like the glossy sort of colour of what it should look like. The second one was a plan. And the third one was a plan. And then it was a piece of, do you have that handy just to...
Oh, yeah. I got a sample.
Yeah, that it'd be nice to sort of show people what was going on. Johnny's actually put an interesting comment in. I should imagine if you fuck a paper model up, it's a lot easier to set fire to than a styrene one. You wouldn't need to get accelerant. Right. We're going on to, there we go. Right, so that's Carton. It's a Polish company.
Yeah.
Because it was Norman Long saying there's a Polish company. So that's a Fokker D.
D7.
That's a red pattern, isn't it?
Yep, yes, sir. It's 133
What scale's
scale.
that? 123.
133, about the same size as 132nd scale.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the finished model right here. Now you're talking about the plans and everything?
That's how it comes in a nice color. Yeah.
Yes, sir, sure does. Rail ship out of the way here. Okay. Okay, the starters, fellas, let me right here, it tells you the construction. How to cut out all these parts, put the formers on there and things. Let me see right here. Now here we go. Tells you the history. It's all in Polish.
Right.
Right
Yeah.
here, you've got the construction of it here. This tells you of the construction. You got to form everything in paper. Now, the kit in general is right here. First of all, they give you this is the interior of it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Got to cut out all this.
Yeah.
And what I do is I take the extra piece of card strip and I cut it out using Bristol board. I go over here and I stain it with wood.
Bristol board?
Yeah. Like,
What is Bristol board?
it's like hard cardstock.
Right.
Here's
Okay.
right to here, radiator. And the best is yet to come, fellas. These card kits are very wonderful, but you got to develop a skill to make them look right. You don't, they look horrible. There's the side of the fuselage. This is the top here. The top will roll over this way. You got to use doweling.
You've got to roll them. Yeah.
You got to roll them. Now, this is the wings here. To simulate the wing ribs, what you got to do is turn the printed side down. And of course, you'll have the bear sheet look like this. It'll be like that underneath here. You take a ruler, you score the inside of it, make the wing ribs on it. Then we flip it over, you will see how they form over
Right, yeah.
the paper.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all the kit right here. That's all there is to it.
Does it give you the card that you're on about that you would sort of laminate the paper onto?
The card, what you got to do is to laminate the formers and the wing ribs. See these things here, the interior structures such as formers, wing spars, and ribs got to be reinforced by using 1 millimeter cardboard.
Yeah.
Something like this.
So
Cardstock.
you buy, so you're calling that cardstock as if because you're familiar with it.
Yeah, you can buy that cardstock like that at a place like an office store, like anywhere it sells. Let's put it this way, not a Home Depot, art store.
Like hobby craft. So you're looking for
That's it. Like Home Depot or something like that.
What would you ask?
I don't know if what they got kind of hardware store you have in Scotland and England.
Yeah.
It's a hardware store, more or less craft store. It's either it's cardstock or Bristol board.
Right.
And,
so you're looking for 1 millimeter.
Yes, sir.
Card.
If you don't have that, if you can't find it, save those cereal boxes and cracker boxes, and use that to make a big old pile of it.
Old school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anything will save you a little bit of this.
Wow, that kit looks amazing. But you're saying it's all about, obviously, the formers are the card parts. And
Yeah.
If you look at the construction of a wing, there's a whole load of elliptical shapes.
Exactly.
Build up, and then you form the paper over it.
Yeah, when you put the formers on there, you put the formers inside the fuselage, and you just form it over. But you got to form the fuselage first before it make it easy.
Is it a bit like when you build a balsa wood model and you put doped tissue paper on it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a totally different skill set, though, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 133 scale.
Can I ask you a question? Obviously, it's going to be in dollars. But what sort of money is in that poker kit?
What now, Terry?
How many dollars did that book
This thing cost me $5. By the time and it's a $5 kit, I got sent away for this on eBay on paper model. Because like I said, you can't buy paper models because they don't have paper models in stores. The only source to get these paper models out, Terry, is on the internet, and I get it from Poland.
I mean, I think it was Norman. Norman was it's Polish companies that are making these kits.
Yep.
So $5 for the kit and a few
Yep.
dollars shipping, and then you buy the 1 mil, what you would call the former card or whatever.
Yep. You got to use Bristol board, 1 millimeter cardboard, or a Bristol board. The same thing. It's old fashioned.
What is Bristol board then? Because I heard you referring to that in your live
Yep.
stream. What is Bristol board?
Yep, it's a 1 millimeter cardstock. You got to use that to double up on your formers and your wing spars. In other words, you can't build a kit.
So you're looking at, I mean, probably yourself $10, $15, £12 in the UK to get a 136 scale paper kit. That's a different skill set to put together.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yes, it is. A lot of stuff out there. Modeling, if a research, and you find all kinds of good stuff.
John, did you see what he just did there?
You guys got me going out. I love it. I love it.
Johnny's going $5. Yeah, excellent.
I got another one for you I want to show you how to be doing.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Right, I'll go back on to you, Frankie. I mean, this is the thing. We've come across Frankie at Builds Paper Models, and I know about origami and stuff, and there's styling together. But paper models was a whole, it's a different skill set, a different, right, I'm going to click back on you. Right, what have you got this time? An Avro Lancaster P Mark 1. Oh, fucking John's looking there and he's creaming his pants. His engine's on fire and all that shit. Yeah. And wow. It's the same sort of thing.
133 scale.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
As big my hand is against that the horizontal vertical stabilizer.
That will be huge.
Just like yours, Johnny, at 132nd scale wing net link you got there, sir.
Yeah.
Same size, this paper. Like I say, if I can't afford $600 for plastic,
keep flicking through. I just want to see what you get with these kits because I've never seen them before, mate. Keep flicking through the pages. Just
oh, okay.
So the first one was sort of
right here, it tells you the instructions on it.
All the stats, yeah. And a bit of history and photographs.
There's all the instructions on how you put together.
Yeah.
You cut all those pieces and form them.
Oh, right. Wow.
And over here, this is where you make your transparency.
So is that the former sort of stage? It tells you how to do former.
Here's formers right here.
Yeah.
That's formers. That's all your wing spars.
And that's wheels and stuff like that.
Your nacelles, wing roots.
Yeah.
And there's all your color parts, your interior parts. This thing is detailed inside out.
Wow. Right, I can obviously see that section's for sort of like a cockpit. And
those are skins right there.
And the ones on there are like the double tail wings and the rear tail section, and then you've got wings, bits, and
yes, sir. It's my hands, how big it is. It's a big airplane.
Wow. That's cool. Look, Frankie. Yeah, I know things like that existed. I've never tried anything. Yeah. Oh, wow.
All bay doors, has flaps and everything.
Wow. That's really cool. I hadn't even anticipated there was kits like that out there.
There's a lot out there, sir. There's a lot out there. You know, ever since I got introduced to the PC internet, I go online, look at all the places, I'll find stuff. So, man, I'm going to buy this and get that. You know, just.
I'd never thought of doing a paper model. It's like I bought a kit, it's all styrene, I take the 2 parts, I sand them off, I glue them together. But paper? Try to make that out of paper. You know, the curves, the complex curves, but it's all about the formers out with the wow, that's cool.
I even got I got a big old 1/200 scale Titanic that I got too.
Oh, what's the song for the Titanic again?
1/200 scale.
Near, far, wherever you.
Celine Dion, what her name was.
Semolina.
They put a lot of Hollywood in that movie. I'll tell you that. That's the best movie about 1900.
I think
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to show you something there, Frankie. So I'm just
This one's the Apollo 11 launch umbilical tower, and that's just the base that the rocket sits on.
There you go. Yep.
And
That
that's,
looks real neat, too. Are you going to mount that on a wooden base there, Colin?
yeah.
There you go, sir.
is that a similar format then? The whole sort of.
Yeah, you've got all your different
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
sections,
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
scenes and etc. So,
All got to be cut out individually and formed and glued.
yep.
Use felt tip markers, too, to cover out the whiteout.
Yeah, I've done a little piece of it inside where
There
the
you
rocket
go.
is on. So,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
The only problem Colin has got at the moment is not building it in space.
yeah, that's the thing, because I know I've got to create the space for it. I'm building at the house, see, I've got all the lifts and cranes and everything to put in.
Apologies, Stuart Bremner, if there's a little bit of echo. We're responding with a no model maker called Frankie Day. Nothing we can do about it, mate. It's just latency. Wee bit of lag between us and the good old US of A. Yeah, Colin's looking forward to doing that because the kit that Colin's doing it off, I don't know if he's got the pocket handy, but I've got the box kit.
Yeah, it's going to stand about 4 feet, that
Yeah.
tower, when it's done.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Revel kit, the Apollo Saturn 5.
That's Apollo 11.
But the box kit comes as standard as the Saturn 5 and 144, and you can do the 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Mine's basically looks like I had a look at the sprues and it was like there's a load of flash, there's another load of flash, there's another load of flash. But it builds up into a nice kit because Colin has actually built the rocket.
Yeah.
And he's got the paper kit to do the whole sort of tower thing. But you're trying to find the room.
Yeah, I've had to stop building it at the moment just until I've had the building work done in the house so that I can put all the books back that I've got stacked up in here.
Yeah, it's okay, Stuart. Sometimes we get, sometimes it's occasional echo issues that we can sort out ourselves because it's just volume related.
Yeah, there's not a lot we can do. It's a latency.
When you're talking to somebody all the way across America, sometimes you get a bit of latency and it's just lag and there's nothing to do about it. So apologies if there's any echo out there. But we're just jumped up Frankie on it. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting echo back here quite bad, but it's a latency thing. There's nothing. Because I even reset my browser thinking it was just my system, but
no, but I'll get a wee bit, but we can understand what everybody's saying at the end of the day. It's I've got you to translate anyway. Yeah. If it misses anything, I'll just go, Colin, he said.
Yeah, you'll tell me because I'm as deaf as a post anyway. So,
yeah. Colin, you've got a big cock, but you're an ugly bastard. I think that's what most people are saying in the chat. Go down to Johnny Blythe.
Sorry, mate.
I'm just having a laugh. Johnny in the chat is saying, I've got a couple of things to do, and Frankie may not be here when I get back. So I just want to thank him for getting online with you lot today. Yeah. It's all very interesting, and I think you've created a spark here. I think Frankie has, because we're all sitting styling together. And Frankie's
the paper thing is something I can remember seeing years ago, but it disappeared in the UK. So
it's not a thing here at all.
Yeah, to know it's still out there, you can still buy the stuff. I mean, I thought because I've seen the IS space station as a paper kit that I was going to get and hang from my ceiling. And
I think if you're into RC building, you're into wood, balsa, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's kind of like you're into RC, where you either buy a kit or you get RC boats and it's wood, balsa, and all the rest of it, or you're into styrene.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be in the at present a following of making paper cuts. And when you posted up your plane, and I looked at it, and right, obviously it's not the same sort of perfect features that a styrene plane would have, but you know what it is when you look at it.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was this whole paper kit thing.
Yeah. Brilliant, isn't it?
It's opened us into sort of, actually, paper kits are quite cheap, but it's a different, it's a bit like the shit you did with the wooden hull, where you have to steam the planks to bend them. It's a different skill set. Quite impressed, Frankie. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
So, you do your live stream, Frankie. We're going to punch you. Here in the UK, obviously, we're on a different time setting. I mean, at the moment, we're coming up for 10 minutes to 6 in the morning, or 5:49 a.m. What time is it where you are?
10 minutes to 1 in the morning.
Right. So, I managed to catch one of your live streams and went hello and basically fell asleep, and my phone was still playing the live stream, so apologies for that. When do you typically do your live streams? I know you do them solo. So when do you typically go online and go, hiya guys, this is what I'm working on? Thing?
Well, Terry, on my Hangouts, I'm new to it. I don't know how to send out the code like you did, how I joined in here. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty well new to doing these Hangouts, and I've always enjoyed being involved in Hangouts. And the ones I get, the only way I can feed off is on the chat line.
Right. I've got a question for you, Frankie.
Sure, sir.
If in private chat, I can tell you how to send us links to join in one of your live feeds.
Yep.
Do you prefer doing your live feed solo? And that's the way you do it.
I'd like to have everybody on there.
would you actually quite like it if myself and Colin and John piled in and went, and obviously you're the host, so you can go, here's some friends from the UK, and we can all sit and banter. I mean, if we could show you how to set it up, would you be interested in that, or do you quite like your solo shows? Because there's a lot of people in
interested in that.
There's a lot of people in America. I mean, Colin and myself don't sleep very well. And we find when we do these kind of insomnia things, I mean, John's staying up really late. It's usually just me and Colin, and we're getting a big American and Australian audience. And America is fucking huge, and there's lots of people building models. And it's like, we're only catering to the UK, and we're looking at the bigger picture here. And it's not like we want to pick it back on you and go, hi, we're guys for the UK and we like to goof off. But if you were doing a live hangout and you would think it would be quite nice to have a couple of numpties like me and Colin and John.
Oh, yeah, I love the heavy guys. I love the heavy guys.
Right. Add me as a friend on Facebook. I'll put you through it, mate. Because it's really quite easy. And it makes it easy on you as well. You might be talking about shit and then go,
oh, yeah.
Terry, why don't you type our email addresses in the chat on the screen?
Yeah. I'll type it.
That way Frankie can get hold of us.
Oh, okay, buddy. I appreciate that, fellas.
Right, that's mine, and I'll let Colin type this in. Because I can never remember if there's an apostrophe in it or not. And if you're on Facebook, Frankie, my real name is Terry. I'm call me Smoo. If you're in the dungeon and you see one of my posts, click on me and add as a friend, and no problem accepting. And that way you can just message me on Messenger, or me or Colin or John on Messenger. It's easier.
Can do.
Email thing, but you send a friend request, no problem. You know, I just need to go to the bathroom, Frankie. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, sir.
And I've just knocked him over.
He's crashing back as usual. No, that big one behind your head, that's amazing. That is.
What's that, Johnny?
The big white one above your head on your shelf. That's huge. That is. I can't get over. That's calm.
Oh yeah, that's yes, that's literally. He's about 12 inches wide, about 5 feet long. It's big.
Yeah, it's just amazing that they stay together.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's just, I got them bigger than that. I got a spring house behind my house out there. I got some big radio controls I built. Johnny, I got some that's probably about almost 12 feet long.
I used to do a lot of the radio control stuff and jets as well.
Oh, they're nice. They're ducted tans. They're great.
Yeah. The last one I built was an F-16 for a friend of mine with a, what do they call them, a microjet.
Oh, yeah.
The little mini engines.
Yeah, I see those because, matter of fact, I was watching on YouTube. I think it was taken out in UK, in England. They had those inducted fan jets like you're talking about. They fly very reasonably well.
Yeah.
Now I got one to fly. This is a free flight job, but I'll bring it over and show it to you, fellas. This is my Beechcraft
Sort of the rocket. I didn't realise it was kind of like what Frankie was doing. Oh, here we go. Well, what's this, Frankie?
This is my Beechcraft D18. It's rubber powered free flight.
Can I guess, is that made out of paper? Is that made out of paper?
Yep, paper and also wood.
Wow. That's a big kit.
Yep.
So, see the thin bits, like the struts on the wings and that, is that what you call using formers, the 1 mil card to...
Yep.
Ah.
This thing flies very good.
Michael Pickle's going, geez, that is massive. What scale would that be?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably 3/4 scale, 3/4 scale. Something on there. It's a lot scale from plants.
Wow. I see the curve on the propeller. Is that all paper?
Yeah, it's plastic.
Ah, right. So you get that with a kit.
Yeah.
And the nose looks plastic, but the rest is all paper.
Yeah.
Right. So all the way down the fuselage, you make formers like all where all the stripes is of 1 mil card.
Here.
Yeah.
You just lay your tissue paper over it, and I spray it with denatured alcohol.
Oh, that's right. What's the denatured alcohol bit, mate?
It takes place of water because it don't oversaturate the wood and paper and everything.
Is that to get the carbon softer?
Yes.
Is that the same size of propyl alcohol?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's lovely, mate.
It's a beautiful job. Flies pretty well through this year.
I bet that's really light, even though it's big. It's
very light. This thing weighs 46 grams.
Really?
Yep, very light. If this thing hits a thermal, it goes a long ways.
Could I ask you if you were like what do they call it, a model aircraft flyer person? If you put an engine into that, would that actually fly?
Oh yeah, I got one. Then I'll show you something else here.
Yep, no bother. Stuart Brenner's going. Got to get the kids ready for school. Keep well. See you guys later.
Yeah, no worries, Stuart. Take care, mate.
I've never considered paper kits, Colin, but that's an art form, mate.
I love anything like that because for me it's craft, it's old school building techniques. It's just oh, look at that,
Oh, what plane? John will tell me what plane that is. What plane is that? It's a what?
It looks like a spearmint to me.
Yeah, PT-17. I built this back in 1957.
So again, the propeller in that would be preformed with a kit.
It's petrol fueled. It's gas engine.
Oh, it has a NOS engine in it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Flat U controls.
So does that actually have all the remote control shit inside it, or?
This is all tether fly. I fly at U control.
Oh, tether fly. That's on the end of a string and it just goes meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I fly with my hand. My hand goes up and down. I do loops and everything with this thing.
So you've built that for scratch. So I
Yeah.
would imagine on a plane on that size, the wires,
Yep, all wires on there.
right? And I would imagine that the what you would call the 1 mil card thing would be balsa wood, and there would be like doped tissue paper on it.
Yeah, this thing's got doped. It's doped silk.
Oh, doped silk. Oh,
Yeah. That's all there was back in the days, was silk or tissue. So I decided to put silk on this, really heavy silk.
that is gorgeous, mate. I love it. But that's got a wee, what I would call an NOS engine, a wee tiny RC aircraft. Yeah, engine. Wow. Oh, that's good. Oh, thanks for sharing that. I've never seen stuff like this, mate.
Yep.
Can I ask you, have you got a big room off your side like what John's got? It looks like a fucking modelling shop. Where do you you've built one?
Yep, I got a whole model shop at the back of my house out there. That's where I build the big ones at. But right here, I kind of can find build small stuff. But when I get to something bigger like this or that big ship behind me, I take it out in my shop out behind the garage out here.
This is an interesting thing. I mean, here in the UK, model makers sell each other stickers.
Yeah.
America, it's a whole shop card. But the thing is, it's like a proper workshop. It's a proper, like, big fucking place.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in their bedroom or a bench. It's like a meter. You've actually got a big workshop that's got big tables that you can do all this sort of stuff on.
Yeah, I got lathes and drill presses out there.
You've got lathes.
Yeah, I got a bandsaw, jigsaw, and everything. Gotta have that stuff, guys. When you're building big stuff like that, you know.
See, the thing is, myself and Colin are sort of from engineering, sort of technical background, welding, and all that sort of stuff. I would love to get a mini bench lathe that I could turn stuff on, but it's so expensive. That is beautiful.
Yeah, they cost a pretty penny. I had those for years. I got those from my father. My dad, when he passed away, he left me a lot of his things, you know, and a lot of the stuff's pretty ancient like me, and it still works.
He taught you how to use a lathe.
Oh yeah, he taught me how to use lathe, how to set everything up and everything. And also,
obviously, you know a Bridgeport, which is like a vertical lathe.
Oh yeah, my father is a bridge. It's actually Gridley lathe I got. This big old turret lathe.
Right.
But Dad used those to turn gun barrels on these big battleship models he built years ago.
Right. Something that Colin will relate with. Do you have an English wheel or a pneumatic hammer for doing the curves?
We used brass, more or less brass and nickel.
Mm-hmm. But I'm on about old school engineering. Excuse me. Have a lathe for doing like bars.
Yep.
You'd have a Bridgeport for drilling out a piece of aluminium and making shapes.
Exactly.
If you were doing curves on a panel of aluminium or brass or whatever, you use what we would call an English wheel, which is a big wheel in a former, and you roll the metal, and it curves it.
Exactly.
And then you get the other one, which is like a little either pneumatic or air-driven hammer.
Right.
Where you can do the finer curves. So are you into that old school kind of?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that when I was in wood shop, metal shop, I was in school. Plus learned from my father.
See, they don't teach that now, which I think is to UK kids. They don't teach them metal work and lathe work.
It's the same thing now in this country, too. They don't teach your kids nothing no more. I mean,
I can remember in technical, when we were taught soldering, we made It was a square piece of tin, and all we did was we cut wee triangles out and we made it basically an ashtray shape. And you fold it up, and you take this. It was a huge copper bowl that you put in a furnace. And you heated it up, you tinned it, and you soldered it. But is that really old school?
Yeah, that is old school.
Yeah.
It sure is. Don't get old with that.
Right, I've got a question for you, Frankie.
Sure.
See how I sent you a link tonight and you clicked on it and you were straight in here?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Would you mind at some point, agreeable between ourselves,
Okay.
appearing as a special guest on one of our Saturday night live shows?
Yes, I'd be honored, Jerry.
Right, okay, we'll arrange that in private. But yeah, it'd be lovely to have you on because I don't think a lot of people in the UK realise about paper kits. I just find it so interesting. I mean, yeah. I mean, John, Colin, what do you think? I mean, it's...
I'm not saying anything, but I may be looking at paper kits.
What's Colin got?
It opens up. Colin likes different. He really likes different. And I mean, he's built the Saturn 5, which is doing his, you can do it as Apollo or whatever. I've got one of those kits, and I'll just build the rocket. And Colin's got the super kit. And there was somebody in America that you actually had to contact for that, Colin.
Yeah. It was a guy that does the space shuttle, the International Space Station.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he runs a site out in the US. Is it DM Paper Models or something it's called? Yeah, he sent it over to me, so I was quite pleased to get it.
Where do you get the majority of your paper kits from, Frankie?
I get them from the internet, more or less. I get
Yeah,
internet.
but, I mean, obviously you're going to the internet, but is it like Polish companies, Czech companies, or
Polish companies, and also most of them are Polish.
right?
And,
it's a big thing in Poland, then maybe doing all the paper kits. That's
now, you guys go to www.papermodelers.com and look up my my username is Decade, and I've got a lot of stuff I built out of scratch and paper, and even my build logs on there that I built out of paper. And most of the paper kits that you can buy are free downloadable too from that website.
So there's a punt for Frankie's. Yeah.
Yeah, www.papermodelers.com.
Right, hold on, I'll type this into chat. www.papermodelers.com. All one word. Paper model. Hold on. Aye. .com.
Yeah, .com. Yes, sir.
Is it that one, mate? It doesn't seem to.
Yeah, you see a blue thing there. Welcome card model Decade.
Yeah. Right. Taking paper and card and that aside, if we're going into the modern sort of styrene models, which we all currently build, what would be a real kit in a styrene model?
I got a couple jelly kits from Australia. G-E-L-I, Geely or jelly.
From Australia, I've not heard of those. Yeah.
The card kits, yeah.
And what sort of genre and what kits?
They make all kinds. They make the Measurement 110, the JC3. They make the Heinkel 111, and they make a Dornier 217.
Obviously, you like your planes, so that's planes as genre. Did they do anything else?
They make ships too.
Oh, so you're
yeah.
I can gather for the short time talking to you, you love your boats and you love planes.
Yep.
And that's kind of what you like building then. It's planes and ships.
That's all I wrote about in my life.
Right. Yeah. Where did you get all your, obviously, your, I'm trying not to say the wrong, oh, sorry. You're an experienced gentleman. Where did you get your knowledge from? Are you like John, face down the books doing your research? Or do you find when you approach a model, you research that model and build up a level of knowledge? Or
It's mostly just what I got in my mind what it looks like. Because I was born in 1940, and I know what World War II airplanes look like. And them things are just you know, when I know what they look like, what color they are, and everything. But it's something that's new nowadays, like especially like jets, for example. I get online and take research and look at them out and just see how things are, you know. But I also just built out of the box.
Old-fashioned propeller. I'm not quite into biplanes in that, but I like a propeller aircraft. And for some reason, I like the German ones, like the ME-109, the Super Dive Bomber, the Ju-88s, and the Dorniers, and all that sort of thing. I'm not interested in Lancasters, and I don't know.
Yeah. They're all very wonderful airplanes.
What's quite interesting is obviously American have their own types of aircraft, the Corsairs and all that sort of thing. What sparked your interest in sort of like British planes, like Lancasters and stuff like that?
Well, my father bought me these Dinky toys. They come from England, and I forget the company who makes them. And a lot of them were all English airplanes, and I still got them. And the first one I had was the Avro York, and then they got the Lancaster and the Manchester bomber. And I love the English aircraft because of the way the camouflage on them, and they look so different as opposed to American aircraft. And something about the way they look, the precision, more precision developed.
Do you find American aircraft are more sort of like polished bare metal type frames with all the stars and the stripes on them?
Pretty much.
Whereas the British planes were all the brown and the greens and camouflage and the light fighter blacks and
Like the English, they got their pay schedule is like dark earth with dark green, and some had duck-egg blue on the undersides, and some had sky and light gray. And for night bombers, while we bombed in the daytime, the English were giving the Jerry's hell at nighttime, and they used night bombers with black underneath them. And I just love the English aircraft. There's something about them. They're beautiful.
See, there's a lot of people in America don't even know. They think England's part of Europe and we're kind of joined at that. But you actually have a knowledge which is quite refreshing. And I'm not being stereotypical, but I mean, a lot of people go, Scotland, is that part of England? You know what I'm on about?
About 400 miles away.
Correct, young man. Correct. I'll give you that.
Ain't too far from England, right across, from the English Channel, across through there?
Yes, 26 miles or something we are from Vincent and near Germany and Belgium. Is it 26 miles, 36 miles, something like that?
Yeah, my uncle, he flew, he was a B-17. He flew during the Second World War. He was stationed.
That's a big plane, isn't it? The B-17.
Basingbourne, England. He was stationed on, I think, 303rd Bombardment Group or something like that. He flew B-17s. He flew the F-models.
I've been there.
Sorry?
I've been to Bassingbourne.
And he told me a lot of stories about England, like going to London, taking a train. He said they always tell American airmen, and so how's that? You look like raccoons. I said, raccoons? Yeah, we got those goggles on your face. You take them off, you go in you look like a raccoon. That's how they can tell you're a Navy, even the English too, same way.
See, you can always tell American pilots because they all stole our women.
Yeah, that's what he said. We're oversexed, over everything else.
It's like these Americans coming across here stealing our women. Let's go for a fight. So you go down to the local pub, and it's like all the British fighting against Americans in the pub. It's like, leave my woman alone, you bastard.
I love that going.
What was it say? Oversexed, overpaid, and over here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
But he said the English people are very wonderful. And,
what's your next build then, Frankie? What's your next?
The next build is going to be a Spitfire.
Oh, yeah.
Right here, right here.
Now, is it a plastic kit or a paper kit?
It's a plastic kit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Warren Blanche a good friend of mine. He's from England, and he's a fellow modeler, a very good model builder. He's starting a bunny build, and he's just right here.
Oh, here we go. John's eyes are going to light up here.
Yeah.
Johnny had his hand. I think I seen one of his
132nd Spitfire Mark. I'm just looking. Spitfire Mark. Mark 2A.
Yeah.
That's not the same as the Mark 5, John. It has the cannons. Oh, wait now. John's just went through his stock room. You want to have a laugh?
I think I seen John's one.
I'm going to stick John a present because John has a habit of...
Yeah. That is beautiful, John.
That's a Mark 5 because I've learned that
man.
It had cannons on it.
Yeah.
I've got an Airfix kit like that. 124 scale. They redid the earlier one they did.
Yeah.
It's almost like what Johnny's has got. Same paint schedule.
I think you might be impressed with me, Frankie. I've just ordered that.
Oh, wow.
Is that a Huey?
Yeah.
Is that the 124 scale one, Colin?
Yeah.
How much? And was it the Revell?
Where's that?
No, it's a paper one, Terry.
Oh, paper.
Really? That's paper?
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck the Revell 124 fuck up that was at Huey. Sorry, Revell. But yeah. Because that was a really good kit. Paper kit. Yeah. That's a challenge.
It's 61 centimeters long, 133 scale.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Oh,
That'd be pretty good size.
yeah. That's like that size call.
Yeah.
Yeah, 61 centimeters. It's, yeah.
Big sausage, mate. Wow. Can I query on the cost? Is it less than 20 quid?
Just over.
That's not bad. You do that in styling, it's going to be like 70 quid.
Well, the Revell kit's 58 quid for the 124th scale.
Is it? Oh, you're fancying a challenge. By the way, Clinton from down under in Australia is going, hello everyone. Hey Clinton, how you doing, mate?
Hello, Clinton. Apologies, mate, but I'm putting my phone down now. We was looking
we're
at
kind of
paper.
wrapped up because we have a special guest all the way from America that has done a lot of paper and wood kits, and it's Frankie Day. How you doing? Frankie, go. Hi. Oh, there he is. We've got an Australian viewer, Frankie. Mr.
Great. Is it Matt?
He's looking at his screen. He's not. He likes his cubes.
Oh, yeah, he's in the chat, mate. I don't think Frankie's got chat open, Terry. I'm not sure.
Do you not have the chat open, mate? Yeah. Well, Clinton Eels, all the way from down under in Australia, is going, hello, everyone. How are you all?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, we kind of grabbed Frankie out of the ether and we've been quizzing him all night, and he's coming out with all these paper kits. That's paper, that's wood, that's paper.
Yeah, I just got curious. I've had a look, and that's one that I saw that jumped out at me, and I'm like, yeah.
It does. It sparks an interest because I don't think there's many kits that Frankie's done recently that are actually stylish. It's like,
yeah, I mean, the way I look at that is for us guys that are not earning, it's a very affordable way to get a very large scale kit for very good money.
Exactly.
I don't mind putting the work in for that because, you know, I'm medically retired now, so I've got time aside and.
But Colin, it does require a slightly different skill set, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've only done the inner workings on my Apollo 11 launch umbilical tower, and I loved it, and I want to do more. And it's only whilst we're getting the building work done that everything is now filling up the end of my man cave that was in the other room, you know. So once it's all done and I can have a move around, I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at the space I will have, and I'm like, Yeah, big paper models now.
Mhm.
See, I've looked at obscure ones on there, Frankie, like they've got the White House.
Oh,
You know, they got the Taj Mahal and the Eiffel. You know, things like that, structures and that. You know, I love all of that. Paper, yeah.
wow.
So for me, straight away, just quickly glossing through the variety, I'm like, oh, because I'll build anything, mate. It doesn't matter.
Well, it's obviously a different medium from what you're used to, and it will take a wee bit of adjustment.
Yeah,
to get
but I
used
mean,
to.
you think we throw all our model kit boxes away? They've all got card lids and card trays.
The 1 mil card that Frank's talking
You
about.
know, I mean, model kit boxes. You know, they've all got card.
Yeah, and it's kind of 1 mil. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to order one of them.
I think Frankie sparked a little interest in you, young man.
Yeah, I mean, I've saved that search now. I know it's like, yeah, okay.
What kind of generated my sort of interest, Frankie, is apart from the old school skills that you have. You posted a picture of a bomber that was a John will know it. What was it?
Hampton.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hampton bomb, little tadpole.
Yeah. But it was paper. Now, obviously, close up, you can see it's paper and it's not like styrene, it's perfect rivets and that. But when you look back at it for distance and you go, fucking hell, I know what that plane is. It's gorgeous. It's made out of paper. I don't know what. It's a different thing for paper to styrene because, I mean, I look at this styrene model and it's beautifully cast with rivets and all that. And then paper, you're not going to recreate that. But that plane you did, there was almost doped and all that with it. It's just like, it's impressive, but it's a lot cheaper because, you know, plastic costs quite a lot of money for
Card models like an airplane. When you build the fuselage together, they're almost like that of the real one. They're built up in segments at a time. That's how the fuselages are constructed on card kits. Same thing with Colin's Huey chopper that he's got. When he'll notice he puts the fuselage together, especially from the tail empennage, from the rear of the fuselage up to the cockpit. Up there, it's all sections. It's all
the reformers with
exactly
yeah.
exactly how the real aircraft is built. Precisely.
Right, so it's more true to the how they build the real aircraft rather than
Exactly.
two bits of styrene and
You
going,
got some bars and ribs and got skins to go over it. Same principle's the same, except on a scale of different material.
I'm all excited now. I'm like, oh,
it's something different.
Now for glue, guys, use this stuff right here. It's called Eileen's Tacky Glue.
Is it a PVA based thing?
that stuff.
Oh, I don't mean it.
Yeah, that's it.
Colin's got it.
Yeah, Colin's got it. He's on the ball.
Where the fuck do you get that fit? And yeah.
Yeah. Apollo 11 launch umbilical tower.
You've done your
Yeah, Eileen, that's the fast grab tacky glue then. I've got a couple of bottles of that and
Is it PVA based?
With that much glue, you can build 1 million card kits in one.
Wow. Oh, can you get paper card kits? That would be quite interesting for the.
oh yeah, there's a Ford Capri on there that I've got to look at as well.
There's a lot of guys build like super shiny, and even if you make it out of paper and you spray it up, you could still do super shiny on a paper card kit. That would be quite interesting to piss off all the card builders. Do they do any paper motorbikes?
I didn't get that far.
I'm asking Frankie. Do they do any paper?
Oh yeah, they make card model motorcycles, everything, birds, animals, everything, dinosaurs.
Right.
You name it.
What sort of motorcycles do they do?
I saw a Harley Davidson, an old 19 had a sidecar on there.
Oh, the old hammerhead type stuff.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh, I'm gonna have it. I'll go. what is Colin will do his paper Huey, and I'll do a paper Harley.
Oh yeah, Gomix Fly model. They make that.
And John will do a paper tissue while he sits there going, sorry.
Hey, John.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, there you go.
1%. Give me a second because I want to have a look at this. Spitfire Mark.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good kick.
S5. What's the C? VC. Yeah.
14.99, John.
Wow.
27 centimeters long.
What? Did they give you a scale, Colin?
Yeah, 133.
Yep.
133. That's quite a yeah.
That'll be about size 132.
Yeah. Wow. 14
Big as Johnny's Spitfire.
kit. What do you think of that, John?
Yeah. Definitely worth it. I'm just having a look.
And you know, Frankie, you've got us all looking at paper kits, and we're used to styling, but it's different. It's
Different method. Yep. Card modeling has a different method of construction opposed to plastic and wood because it has its own ways of building it. You got to score, cut, fold.
Could I ask you for somebody that's not built a paper kit?
The fucking White House.
Yeah.
How cool is it? It's brilliant.
For somebody that's not built a paper kit and is used to styrene kits, obviously the first thing is like the glue's different, and it's like the stuff that Colin's got.
Yeah.
Any tips or tricks when doing curved surfaces like a plane that is obviously in a styrene plane, you take two halves and glue together. On a paper plane, obviously it's all about the formers and making the shape. And
Once the formers are all done and it's ready to put the skins on, you got to make sure that the skins are formed by taking a wooden dowel. So you over the skins.
How about that? A rail gun.
Yep, there you go. GPM makes that stuff.
And that's 126 centimeters long.
How much?
28 quid.
Fucking hell.
I'll be back. Hang on, fellas.
What's John trying to show off? Because he's a white screen. John, describe it. Model.
Yeah.
Modeling. Yeah, see it now, John. I don't think Frankie has realised, but Colin's brains went, hello.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole new genre, isn't it?
It's totally fucking different, mate.
Yeah, about that one, Colin.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm on the same page.
Oh, the two of them were sitting. You might have sparked a little bit of interest here, Frankie, in models that we had no idea existed. And we're like,
Thank you, fellas. You know,
There
I
you go,
got
Sherry.
that's beautiful.
let me get 10 quid or something. What scale's that?
1/24,
Yeah.
£6.40.
Really? Now, Frankie touched on something that there's a lot of downloadable stuff that you can get. Is it free or?
Oh yeah, there's free downloads. You get on the internet right there. There's free download card models. You get all kinds of sites out there. You can download for nothing. Like I said, you go to papermodelers.com. They got free downloads right there. They got everything.
You just type in free download card models.
Yeah. You take it to a printer like that. What you do is you load up the files on your computer. You make a CD, burn a CD, take it to a printing shop. You can print out your models. If you got a printer friendly in your home, you can print out your own models. You just use A1 paper.
Wow.
Yeah, it's free. Them things are free.
Is there much of a range? I mean, like, okay, we're looking at, obviously, Colin's looking at race cars, helicopters, planes.
It's all there.
There, mate. Rail guns, planes, building,
Watching modern sci-fi like Star Trek, Star Wars.
Yeah, there's all kinds, mate.
Wow.
You know, stuff from 2001 Space Odyssey, Yamoto, that sort of thing. It's all on there.
Millennium Falcon in 1 to 3 scale, £6. You know what I'm on about? It's like, yeah.
Absolute crazy, mate.
Michael Pickles going on tonight's show, the paper model shopping spectacular. Actually, Michael, Frankie's opened her eyes up to a lot of.
Well, as I was saying to you earlier, I can remember as a kid doing the papercraft models. Used to come in a little book.
Never done one.
You remember? You used to have about 10 pages at the beginning that told you what it was you was making. And then like a fold-out section, which was all the pages of the paper model, you know. And
that's like what Frankie's got. You've got.
Yeah, that's what I remember as a kid, and I think I had something like a Tomcat, a triplane, and I think the Triumph, something like that when I was a kid, you know. And never thought they were still doing them, you know. So
what was quite interesting for what Frankie showed us was like the whole glossy brochure showing you what it's like on the back. And then, as you say, Colin, the first 3 pages is telling you history, basic construction, and how to go about it.
Yeah, all vehicle order.
3 or 4 pages of the actual bits that you stick to the card and make the
Yep.
And again, it's the pricing, Terry. It's
so cheap.
You look at it and you think, all right, yeah, you know, that's, you know, a bit of time, a bit of effort. Well, we've all got time on our side, and none of us are shy of fettling a kit or a model.
But you can still paint them with conventional paints as well.
Yeah.
Through the airbrush.
You think get some future in your airbrush and give it a coat to strengthen it up a tad, or
like doping, yeah, strengthen it up and paint it whatever the fuck you want, yeah.
And it's like,
I'll tell you, there's one for you. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
There you go. It's all there, fellas. It's all there.
Do you know what's actually happened? Michael Pickle is actually looking at paper models himself.
Yeah, good man. Oh, now I'm looking myself. Yeah.
See, the thing is, model making these days, people say, "Oh, you're a model maker, so you glue bits of plastic together." Actually, model making is balsa wood paper. It was kind of like Colin and myself tried to do a group build on the Doctor Who TARDIS. I made one out of balsa wood. Colin made one out of styrene. But people could have made things out of paper and that. But nobody knows how to scratch build these days, Frankie. They can't take a piece of paper and fold it in 8 pieces and strengthen it with a bit of future or clear or lacquer and paint it up. It's lost.
Lost out there.
I'm a type of person, I'll build a kit, and Trumpetter's famous for it, a tank. And I'll cut a bit off a screw, it either snaps in half or goes doing. Take a piece of plastic card and make the piece out of plastic card and cut it out and form it and sand it and glue it in. And it's probably better than the piece that was originally cast. I mean, the classic one was Colin was building a truck. And for whatever reason, he lost the step section that goes into the truck. They went, oh, fuck, what am I going to do now? So he took bits of plastic card and made a step. Scratch built it. And it looked better than the original step. And then he found the original step and went, yeah.
Yeah, 2 days later, I found the original.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times.
Scratch building is a lost art.
Yeah, but I mean, I left the kit with the scratch built step on it because it had more detail in it. It was like, yeah, that'll do.
Unless, weird thing, and it's something I'm noticing, and yeah, I've ordered photo etch stuff up because if you're doing an aeroplane and some of these Edward kits with the brass, with the print on, and you couldn't replicate that in Scratch. It's hard. But you're getting kits now that are boasting like 300 parts. So you look at the kit and you go, right, so every nut, bolt and rivet has been made in plastic. And then they give you a little photo etch fret, it's that by that, to boost the parts count. And you go, I could have scratch built that. You know what I mean? People lose parts and go, oh, well, that's a good fucked. I've got a right to rebel. They won't scratch build a cockpit glass or a missing panel or.
Yeah, I mean, I did it with the E-Type Jag, didn't I? I sat in the car and had to make a new windscreen for it.
Yeah. Common Road Junction, the young man is going, hey guys. Obviously,
Yeah, Clinton Hills has just subbed to your channel as well, Frankie.
Yeah. I don't know if you can chat up, Frankie, but if you type in the chat and go hello, oh, he's away from the chair. I'll wait till it comes back.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stealth party myself at the minute.
In paper.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much is it? Like 12 quid? Is it a Polish company? It's quite interesting that Frankie said it tends to be the Polish that do the paper kits.
Yeah, a lot of them come from Poland, mate.
Yeah. It's maybe a cultural thing where obviously they've maybe not got the money and they've always done paper kits.
Yeah.
It does open up a lot of. I know Colin likes unusual and your eyes are like bing. As soon as Frankie went, look at this big book you get, and you just got this Polish company, and Colin's going like internet search. Oh,
25 quid.
25 quid for what?
Stealth.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Frankie, Clinton has subscribed to you. Now, I don't know if you have the chat up.
Is my microphone not working?
No, it's working fine.
I hear you, Colin.
It's all right. Terry's a bit of a goldfish.
Just to let you know, some of the viewers in the chat have subscribed to you, Frankie. I don't know if you have the chat up, but even if you type hello, it allows people at a later date, if they're watching the feed, to click on your name and click the 3 dots and subscribe to you. So if you have the chat up, type in hello and people can sub to you, mate.
Okay.
Common Junction going, are you guys nocturnal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm going to get a bag of crisps.
No Jaffa cakes?
Yeah, Colin.
He was teasing me earlier. Yeah.
That's his next group build.
What's John ordered?
I've just found his next group build, Terry.
Oh, the thing is, we can use paper and slate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the thing you saw us, Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just having a bag of what's this. Clinton goes, yes, Colin, I heard you.
He's a good man.
What time's it there, Frankie?
I got exactly about 20 minutes to 2 right now there, Terry.
Really? We're like 6:30. So I take it you're on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah. Eastern time. Time goes by having fun.
If you want to head to your pit and grab a bit of sleep, that's fine. We'll contact you regarding a special guest slot.
That'd be great, buddy. That'd be great.
I would love to come in one of yours just to go, hello,
you're more than welcome. You and Colin and Johnny, all you guys are. Heck yes.
Well, that's cool. We'll work out, mate. We'll do it in private messages, though.
Yeah, I've sent you a friend's request on Messenger and on Facebook, Frankie.
Oh, great. Thanks, Johnny. Hey, where's Davey Boy at? Where's he at?
Probably working.
You'll probably think, who the fuck is Gordon? Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. What is it? 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go to the live stream. So thanks for everybody joining in, and it's all just went wee. We'll catch you on another Insomnia at some point through the week up with Random. But thanks for all for tuning in. Good night, good morning, wherever you are. And we'll see you all later.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
Guys.
Don't disconnect yet, mate. We'll be on a non-live, but yeah,